Hey guys, good morning. It is Sunday the 24th, the 200th episode of Coffee Talks Guido coming from the left side of the Atlantic or
That
somewhere.
is Pilgrim coming from the correct side of the Atlantic. And here you go, guys. There's the three answers.
You're gonna have to say what they are because
What's the question?
I can't
Okay,
read it.
6'4", 6'4",
Okay.
Salt Lake City, 228. What's the question, guys? What's the question? There's the answers. What's the question?
What is how tall I wish I was, close to where I am from, and a weight that is long in the rearview mirror.
We'll leave it till the end of this session, and I'll tell you.
Did I come close? It is not me, folks, in case you're wondering. I'm neither that tall, that light. Salt Lake City's close, though. Salt Lake City's close. Welcome to the 200th episode. That's hard to believe. We talked a little bit about it last week, the first ones. I actually watched a couple of the very first ones last week, and it was pretty funny. Sparky, thanks for the sub. Actually, somebody else chucked a sub at me earlier. Stickler, thank you, Stickler.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. And thank you to Sparky, two of the OGs, I believe. Yes, both have been around for a long, long time. Big supporters of the channel
Wow.
and the content.
Cool,
So you guys, thank you. The stupid statement of the day: it doesn't work without you guys.
Well, it doesn't, does it, really? Because it's just been
No.
me and you chatting.
Which, frankly, would be fine, actually.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Because I enjoy
Nothing
our
we can
Sunday
do.
morning chats. So whether people are hanging out and chatting with us or not, who cares? No, I do care. Since August
Yeah, we do
2019.
care. We do care.
Man.
It's like having old friends round, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. This is the version of going down to the pub that old people do.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Or early birds.
Early birds are old people.
Yeah, because
Because
the
like
pub's
when
not
you're old, you just can't do the walk.
Yeah.
Can you? You can't get down there.
pub closed 3 hours ago. It's not going to open for another 5 or 6.
Yeah. Oh dear.
All right, I have a Pike's Place. I hate to say it, but I did buy some. Starbucks for my Keurig.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Starbucks coffee. It's okay.
Yeah.
I need to get back to my
I think it
stash.
gets a bad rep. It gets a bad rep because
Well, it's
it's
expensive.
like fast food, isn't it?
Yeah, and
It's
you need to
not.
have a man bun to go in there, and you got to order a chai latte, half coffee
A man
with
bun.
with
Have you
cinnamon
checked that out,
swirl.
man? There's nothing there to make a man bun out of.
Well, if we grow the channel enough, I'll send you enough money to get a wig.
Well, you're very kind, sir.
But it's going to be one of those judge wigs that the Brits wear, the bit with the curls
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
powder,
I'm up for that.
the powdered wig. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
up for that. I can judge you colonials all day long.
Now I am wearing my what is it again? Which unit I should remember?
17th and 21st Lancers, the Death or Glory boys. That symbol on your T-shirt is actually their cat badge. They don't call it a cat badge; they call it the motto. And they
Motto.
led the charge of the Light Brigade. Bless them.
Oh, did they?
Not, yeah, but I mean, not in tanks, but back on horses and when they had lancers.
And
Yeah.
how'd that go?
Um, I don't know. The Russians had a lot of cannon, shall we say? But
Let-
I think they
let's-
got to the end of the row.
Let's say it had mixed results at best.
Yeah, they were very good at that sort of stuff because I've told the story before, but they were lined up on the east-west border during the Cold War in Germany, and they charged the border.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And the old
That's right.
East Germans were screaming, all the klaxons were going off and everything. But
Oh, see,
yeah,
I
they're
didn't,
quite
I
good
didn't,
at that.
I didn't put that two and two together. I didn't realize it was the same unit. So it was sort of an homage. It was sort of an homage,
Yes.
a drunken homage to the past.
Yes, yes. They said, like, you beat us the first time, but we've got one over on you now. And the fact that it was East Germany and not Russia, but hey, who cares? It was similar at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, Gator, right? He needs to do the George Costanza if he's in the thing. Bonzi
Yeah,
Duck is
I'm
also
up
an
for it.
OG. Yeah, Bonzi Duck is absolutely an OG as well, man. He's been around.
He is indeed, bless him.
Supporting for a long
Bonzi
time.
is a fine figure of a man, but he's
Indeed.
old like us.
Indeed. All right, awesome. Well, this is the 200th anniversary. So, with that, my friends, with that, we are going to have some serious giveaways today.
Ooh.
Some serious giveaways. So, I'm giving away 3 tier 8s. So, your options, if you win them, is going to be to dig through the shop. So, it'll be a tank that's available now in the shop. Just the basic tank, no big packages or anything. A little bit tricky because sometimes people will see tanks I don't see. I should see all of them though because I do have the veteran thing. So if you're a veteran, I should have that covered. And I do have Prime. So if you're Amazon Prime, I should have that covered. So hopefully you don't come up with a tank that I can't see. Okay, that being said, those 3 that I'm giving away are for NA and EU. So we'll work through Pilgrim and we'll get you a tank on EU as well. The option is, if you don't want a tank, I will give you the gold equivalent. So pick the tank, and then we'll figure out the maths for what the gold equivalent is, and we'll do the gold equivalent. So those are your 2 options with those 3. Wargaming has been so kind, thank you Wargaming, to give us another tier 8 and a tier 6. Those are NA only, unfortunately, and they're going to have to be credited out. So those will take a while to show up, but we'll put you on the list, and we'll get Domo to do that. Good day, Lootbox, how are you? And then Pilgrim is donating 1,000 gold, so that'll just be a straight up 1,000 gold giveaway. And then there's an hour of coaching as well. So
Cool.
there you go. There you go. That's good stuff.
Good.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I mean, I
stuff.
can cover, as I said, I can cover the EU. And just while we're on the subject for Sutak, if Sutak's in the house, he won a competition, but he's on the SEA server. I'm going to download the SEA server client today, get that squared away, but I won't be doing it after that. I'm just doing it for Sutak, and then I'm getting rid of it because I can't have like 3 clients sat on the computer. Well, I suppose it could. It's not
Yeah.
doing any harm, but it's just another thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? So
Doctor Who says he's not as young as he used to be. Good. Not old, just not yet. Yeah, facts. Growing old is
Yeah.
mandatory. Growing up is optional. Yeah, absolutely. Name has changed over time. Used to be Savvy. I remember that.
Yeah.
Ah, well, there you go, Metal Lover Madness. You've been around for a long time as well. I do remember those names. Uh, Good day, Lootbox Mechanic. You know what, Odd Dog? This is a good point. I believe he did say that.
I did.
Yeah, 10 games and 75%. He's wondering how you got that half a win.
Oh yeah, let me go and check it. What was it? What tank was it? Let me go and have a look. I can't remember.
I don't remember what it was. What was it?
Can you remember Old Dog? It's probably 76% actually.
76. If you have 10 battles, you can have 70 or 80%.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Eh,
actually, you could have a draw in there. Maybe it does a draw. No, a draw would
I
be a
don't
loss.
know.
A draw would be a
If-
loss, so
if-
that wouldn't
if you
matter.
can remember the tank, I'll go and have a look.
The draw would be a loss, so it would still
Tier
be, I
10
think, the same.
Sturv. Hang on, tier 10 Sturv, he says. Hang on, let me go and have a look. Was it the one I said, don't let me lose my win rate? Oh,
Yeah.
It's now at 80%. It's now at 80%. Hang on.
Nice.
Let me see. Vehicle details.
80%.
No, vehicle stats. I want the
80% in
stats.
12 battles.
Yeah, 12 battles, look. There you go.
So 8 wins. Is that right?
Yeah, 8 wins. And it's,
No. I don't know.
well,
Something like that.
what are we looking at? Battles survived, 60%. Hits, 60.87%.
How many battles?
Damage rate.
What tank was it?
It was the Sturv 103B.
Okay. And so, how many battles?
12.
And how many wins?
How do you find that? Oh, right. Victories, 80%.
Yeah. Well, hover over the victories. I think it'll tell you how many wins you have.
No.
No. All right.
No.
All right. Cool.
But it
So
was 75%. Must have been.
somehow we just launched right off into Pilgronomics.
Yeah, it's probably it's how it does it for me.
Yeah. How it does it for me. All right, guys. We are going to let me edit it up here. We're just going to give away a tier 8 right off the bat.
Cool. Let's get it started.
Let me set this thing up. We'll set the timer to 15 minutes. This timer thing drives me crazy. Oh, going the wrong way. Still going the wrong way. I have never figured this out. Streamlabs has the strangest timer thing. We'll set it for 20 minutes. There we go. Cool. I should be ready for this, right?
Well, you would think you probably did some preparation this morning, but no,
Nah.
you've got straight out of bed, threw a t-shirt on, and just sat at the screen.
I put a hat
Still
on.
cleaning your teeth when you phoned me.
I also put a hat on.
Oh yeah, you got a hat. Oh, do you not sleep in your hat?
You know
thought
what
all the I thought all you guys in the United States used to sleep in your baseball caps. Do you not do that? No.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know what I kind of realized as I was making my coffee and headed to the bathroom. All these shows, these like morning shows, or even any TV show, there's a lot of like logistics to the person getting ready to go because they're going to be sitting there for a couple hours. And I know they have they probably have they can take a quick break on a commercial break or whatever. But getting yourself ready to do this is not necessarily just roll out of bed and do it. You can do it that way.
You can, yeah.
But I gotta make the coffee. I gotta use the bathroom, brush the teeth, all that stuff.
Well, yeah, because there is a standard to meet, isn't there? There is a broadcast standard to meet. You don't just drag yourself out of bed with straw sticking out your hair.
Yeah.
And last night's dinner in your teeth, and do you know what I mean? And wax in your ears, and then
Yeah.
come on and try and impress your audience.
Yeah.
Unless you're Wurzel Gummidge.
Yeah.
And if you're Wurzel Gummidge, that's standard.
Bonzi, they do, except I forgot to do that. So this is going to be the one time that we do. Everyone gets one ticket. Yeah, sorry, man. I will. The next two will be 2 tickets for subs. We'll call this one the early arriver. This is the early arriver version.
This one is Guido hasn't drank enough coffee to be awake yet.
Dude, these guys will keep you on your toes, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
can't get away
I
with
actually
that.
switched it because I was giving away those engineers starters, and Wargaming had given me those. And generally, when Wargaming, we're actually going to do the 2 tickets for these other 2 Wargaming things. But when it's a big Wargaming thing, a lot of times I'll take the 2 for subs off so anyone who's watching can win.
Yeah.
We will switch that though, my friends. We will switch that. That is my bad. That's right. This is the early arriver tank right here. So even if you're not a sub. But I do appreciate the subs. All right, man. Let's see. Channel news while we're watching everybody type exclamation raffle.
Okay.
The Basante is my last 100 battle challenge finish. I just finished that. So that turned out to be a better tank than I thought.
Really? Because I thought you thought it was a good tank anyway.
I did.
I enjoyed it, Dante. I think it was.
But if you look at my review, I didn't do particularly well in it.
Right. Yes, that's
And
right.
I struggled
That's
a
right.
bit with it.
Yeah.
But by the time I think I ended with a 59 or 60% win rate in
Right.
100 battles. And towards the end, I was really getting the hang of it. But I will tell you this, because I'm going through the same thing right now with the 110E3. I'm trying to finish the American 6,505 kills and a win mission for
Right.
the Chimera, so I can get my order
Yep.
out of it. And the 110E3 is also a tank I do not have 100 battles in, so it's been a struggle. So the point of that is you get better with the tank as you go.
Yeah.
The more you play a tank, the more comfortable you get with what it can do and can't do. Some tanks you just pick up and they're very comfortable. This one, a 110E3 is kind of fiddly in a lot of cases,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm starting to get the hang of it, but I'm still struggling a little bit. I have a good win rate, but not great damage. So that says to me I'm just getting kind of lucky along the way.
Right. Yes, because there is the well, it's like any tank, but there is a good way to play that one because it has significant armor. So if you use that to good effect, what is disappointing is it's got a big boomstick, but it doesn't feel that way when you get your damage count at the end of each battle. And I've noticed that on the E3 myself. You're thinking, I should be so much more damage with this.
It's so hard to get the gun in position.
It's the traverse thing.
Well, the Traverse is terrible, and
Yeah.
it's just a very slow tank. And
Yeah.
the guys are laughing about the armor. That's something I like a 110E3 shows up in front of me, I can't figure out how to pin it. I drive mine up in front of anyone, and I've had games where I've bounced nothing and died
Yes,
just in
yeah,
seconds.
yeah,
I'm like, what in the heck? But
yeah,
it's exposure lower plate, people aiming well,
yeah.
highly accurate guns usually at tier 8 or sorry tier 10. A lot of pen, people pressing 2. So I mean, the armor can just be NA a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
times.
yeah. The fact that that bottom plate is curved is so awkward because when you're playing against it and you get that guy side scraping effectively, really it flat plates the outer side of the side scrape, so you should be able to penetrate it. But with RNG, the number of times I've aimed at that flat spot because he's now angled his
Yeah,
curve
yeah,
and it's gone across the other side and
yeah,
ricocheted off, and you're like,
yeah.
I give up. Just throw cake at
But
him.
I have seen, played against guys who were good at it. Some of them are masters at wiggling just right.
Yes,
Because
yeah,
you can
yeah,
over
yeah,
wiggle. If you over wiggle, now they're getting your side armor. So I've done that on by mistake several
yeah.
times. I'm like, well, shit, I over angled. And then
But
sometimes
that
they,
last game we had together, I think we were both of us platooned up in E3s, and it was on the Sand Himmelsdorf River thing,
yeah,
and it was down. I had the EBR still raging round on the team,
yeah,
and we had them two on cap. The amount of, I mean, they must have been frustrated because I bounced both of their shots, but
yeah,
obviously they got in the end. But yeah,
yeah. You know what,
yeah,
loot box
that's
mechanic? I'm with
awkward.
you. The E3 gun hits nothing, but it actually is fairly accurate, which is
Yeah,
crazy because it's got like a .32, which is not bad actually. But it takes
right.
forever to aim in.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
soft stats aren't great on it, it seems. Metal Lover Badness, right on with the sub. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Poor old sod. How
Morning.
are you? So, yeah, there you go. 123. Basante is done. I liked it. Next stream, I think Tuesday, fellas. And then I'm out of town on Thursday. There will not be a coffee talk next weekend. So, on the 31st, on Halloween, no coffee talk. Which brings us to channel changes and feedback. That's been interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Some good.
Interesting in a Guido way, or
Well, I mean,
interesting
some good, some bad. Some people are like, I don't like the. I am not really jazzed with the release time. So I'm going to engage with them and see. They're trying to do this industry standard best time, blah blah blah. But there's 3 regions we're covering. RU to some extent, EU and NA are the 2 main ones.
Yeah.
So the videos are dropping at 7, which they say is prime time, but I don't know, man. 7 p.m.
Oh, really? 7 p.m.
Yeah, yeah, which kind of is weird
Oh,
because that ends up being midnight
yeah,
Z, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
3 in the morning or whatever
yeah.
for RU or
Oh,
Minsk.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's not really working, I don't think.
No.
So,
Well, surely there's some level of negotiation with that, I would imagine. Some
oh,
sort of level,
absolutely.
I
Yeah,
don't
I mean, I
know.
can do whatever I want. So I might switch it around a bit.
Okay.
I know people. We got a lot. I got a lot of comments on it, so people I think like the morning stuff.
Yeah, do you want my 10 pennies worth?
No,
For what it's worth.
no, I don't want it.
You don't want to do it, but I'm going to give it you anyway. You're going to sit back, Colonel, and listen in, like
I,
ears open.
I, I.
To be honest, the initial part of your stream where you talk about wargaming as a game and all of that, the idea is fantastic. The content is good, but the delivery is we used to call it wooden. It's very officerish. It's
Yeah,
very script read. So you need to be more Guido. You need to be more human with it. That's my 10 pennies worth. It's
I,
fine. The content is good. The idea is great. You know, we should advertise this game, all of us who play it, because actually, why are we playing it? If we don't like it, don't play it. But yeah, but it's a bit wooden.
but I've ordered you to download it and give it to your.
I have.
Give it to you.
I have. I've
I've
given it
ordered
to all my family. They've gone, yeah, whatever.
I want you
Who's
to.
this?
I
Who's
want
this
you.
wooden top?
I want you to take a picture of the screen with your phone,
Yeah.
and
With
then
what?
and
Everybody.
and then print copies of the code of the link, and then I want you to mail it to all your friends who don't have computers.
Okay, I will. I'll send it hard copy in a letter with a stamp attached to the envelope.
Yes, I believe that's a group of people we haven't touched yet.
Exactly.
I
Those
think
without computers.
those without computers who still get mail
Yes.
in the post. So I
Yes.
think if we
That's
reach,
everybody in my cul-de-sac here. That's all this generation beyond me that sits around here.
I
I'll
mean,
send them all a letter.
talk about a demographic who has not been reached by wargaming yet. People with no computers.
That's the one.
I think the time is now.
I think we've hit the nail. I tell you what. Don't say it too loud, but I think we might make money out of this one. That's a brilliant idea.
I know. I think we can enlist some of the people watching, and that should be.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I appreciate that actually, and I'm with you. That was a little long, and I did get some feedback like that. Somebody else just we missed it. Where to go? Somebody else. Was it Metal Over Madness? Was there someone else in there? No, he was the last one. He recently.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, Metal Over Madness. Thank you. So multiple of you guys, other guys, kind of said the same thing. Weren't really jazzed. That was a little long. So what I'm going to do with the rest of them is I'm still going to mention that, hey, if you like the game, click on the link or send it around or whatever. But we'll do it much quicker, and it'll fold more into the video as opposed to being. I was thinking kind of an infomercial-ish thing, you know. But there you go. Now, if Wargaming paid me, then you're going to get a 5-minute infomercial.
Yeah, yeah, with flags flying and everything, and sort of scantily clad females
Yeah.
dancing past the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you need.
And then a week later, I'd have about 2 subs left, probably.
Yep. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Be like, what's happened? What's happened to Guido? He's sold out.
It's totally sold out. Well, and then that brings up another subject, the whole shilling thing. I got a couple comments like, I don't like the shilling and all that. We talked a little bit about it on stream a couple days back as well, I think on Friday. It's like, dude, yeah, I'm shilling a little bit here. What, you know, that's kind of the idea of the channel.
Yeah.
Not the idea of the channel. It's part of it, right? It's part of the industry. It's part of what we're doing here. And if I'm not advocating the game, then what's the point?
Well, this is what I'm saying. If nobody likes the game, then they're not going to play it. They're not going to advertise it. I mean, I like it. I tell people at work and everything. Yeah, get World of Tanks. It's great fun. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And when you get on, hit me up and I'll take you through. You know, the first 10 stages of pilgrinomics to get you some silver. I've never had an offer taken up actually, but there you go.
Pilgrim's like, I can get you to tier 10 in minus 2 days.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
If
with a
you follow
76% win rate.
If you follow my plan, you'll have a tier 10 yesterday.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a small amount of talking up the game, but of course, you know, you and I and this coffee talk stuff. Watch any coffee talk. There's no coffee talk where we don't talk about the things in the game we don't like.
Oh yeah, without. You know, I mean that's standard, isn't it? Because we are passionate about the game. We can see the flaws within it, and we can get frustrated with it as well as enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's normal. That's normal.
Yeah, constructive criticism,
Yeah.
or sometimes just criticism when they really, you know, shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, feedback's been good, and so this is not a whine, fellas. Keep the feedback coming because it's important. I've always said that you're not going to get better unless you get some feedback on what people like or don't like. And then, but the other part of that, which I think people forget, is sometimes people's feedback sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Especially that bloody pilgrim called me a wooden top. What's that all about?
No, that's valid. That's valid. And maybe not sucks is that might not. Sometimes it is. Sometimes you just get people that go off. And you can discount them.
Okay.
You can disregard
yeah.
the
Yeah.
feedback because it's malicious or not well intended. Sometimes the feedback that you get, and you can get this in debriefs as well, and even when I do replay reviews, sometimes it only part of it applies to you, or you don't. It's not really something you're willing to do or want to do.
Yeah.
Or you have a different idea or direction. And
Yeah.
that's all good too, because at least you've taken in all those different angles and said, all right,
Yeah. Yeah.
what if this is gonna help me right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully you pick out the good parts and you don't pick out the wrong parts and then go in a wrong direction anyway. Because people can do
Yeah.
that too. They can go,
Yeah.
all right, I got all this feedback. All right, this is good, that's good, this is good. And then what they've really done is pick the bad parts and now they're going off in a wrong direction.
Yeah. 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 I mean, what you have to do is look at it as a whole. I mean, it's like anything, you agree, though. When you get feedback on anything you do, when I used to instruct and when you instruct, I'm sure that you'll get feedback, and then you adapt your overall lesson plans to adjust towards that feedback if it's valid,
Right.
if it's viable. So you have to look at it
Yeah.
in detail, and you also have to look at it as a whole.
And I'm not immune to taking bad info out of stuff. I mean, I've done that
Oh
before.
yeah,
I probably will in the future again.
it's human nature, isn't it? You
Yeah.
get a bit, you get quite invested in it, don't you? And then you go, "Oh, I'm not happy with that."
Yeah, we got a lot of chat here.
Yeah, I've
We got
just
some
to catch
Aussies
up on.
going after the Brits and Colonials. We got the game is not beginner friendly from Aussie Bushranger. That's true.
It is true. It's
Um,
very complicated for any beginner to actually understand it from the beginning.
yeah. If you did not pick at the weaknesses, I would have suspected you're a fate actor. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I don't know. That we'd come pretty cheap, I think.
Yeah, and a decent cup of tea would get me.
No amount of marketing cover that reality. Yep. Good point. More content for new players. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Silver, thank you. That, and I did get some comments on that, and I actually kind of liked. Somebody said, might even be one of you guys here. Hey, well, how about some comparisons against Tier 8? So I'm going to actually recommend that as well. That's not a bad idea. And I got feedback that and I think it's actually someone in here. It might have been Cliffy or somebody. I don't remember, but they said something to the effect of, "Hey, I like the comparison stuff instead of just always commenting on videos or on replays." Now that's still part of the channel, but mixing it up a bit so there's a bit more of all the different kinds of things. And
Yeah,
that
yeah,
probably is some of the more popular content that the other creators put out
right.
is comparing and contrasting, talking about stuff that's going on in the game, vice just doing replay stuff. But that was my strength, at least as far as I
Yes,
saw it when I started
yeah,
the channel. I'm like, all right, what's something I can do nobody else is really doing to get a
yeah,
foothold? And that was the replay analysis part and trying to
yeah.
teach. But I can see how we can move past that a little bit, keep it in there, but not make it all about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, something like this is dynamic anyway, so it becomes it's a very much a movable beast. So you sort of adapt to the player base that's viewing your vids, aren't you?
Yeah.
And also the feedback you're getting. So yeah, it's a moving thing. And so to bring in different elements or to increase a certain element and decrease another element, that's all about making it work, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, why not?
Yeah, loot box mechanic. With gold spam,
Sorry, Mocker's not getting enough screen time according to Doctor Who. I've just seen that.
yeah, the high damage stuff and the slow TDs is tough with the gold spam. Absolutely. Sub count. Good question, bitwise, sort of. And this is why I'm already sort of looking at this, going, all right, I've got 3 or 4 videos that have come out. They have good views because of the reach of wargaming, but the sub count's gone up by maybe 15 or 20. So I'm like,
Right. So
all right, okay,
okay.
you know,
Yeah,
we'll
it's not
see.
comparison. I mean, the views are not translating to subs at this moment in time.
But it's a marathon. I mean, it's only been a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah,
Still, though,
yeah,
there has been the needle has moved. That's good.
yeah,
But it's something that bears watching because what is the result ultimately of what I'm doing?
yeah,
Trying
yeah.
trying to get more subs.
Absolutely.
Found
Trying to
Guido's
grow the
channel.
channel.
Yeah, by trying to
Yeah,
find vids that help me get better. Months of watching and learning worked. Probably would not be here today if my first experience. Yeah, there you go, MC. Right on,
yeah.
man. Enjoyed review of
Deadhead's
the
in the
check.
house. Hey, Deadhead, how are you?
Yeah. Yeah, Sutek, I've been meaning to do that with lines, and it's something that was in the back of my head. And I never ever really got around to it because there's always so much new stuff coming out.
Yeah,
But we all make these big pronouncements and predictions at the beginning about how a tank is going to be, and sometimes we're right and sometimes we're wrong. But the proof is in the pudding. After
yeah,
however many months the check line has been out, what are they doing so far?
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
that's what's important. Done coaching, 2 positives to every negative. Then again, they never saw me play. Yes, that's a great best practice for coaching or debrief is to get as you're hammering the negatives, make sure you get some positives in there for them. You can go 2 to 1.
Yeah.
We often did even 3-3, something like that,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
as a roundabout. Sometimes you can't find two good things or three things.
Well, no,
Depends on
no.
how they did.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's always a struggle sometimes to get the balance, isn't it? But you attempt, you
yeah.
try. That's the thing.
Yeah, Stickler, I think we're going to work on the tier 8 thing. Biggest complaint Moke is, no, she does not. She does not. More doggo from Bitwise. Good day, Deadhead65. How you doing? Agreed issue tier 8. Reveal the reality that premiums dominate that. Well, Sutek, all you got to do, my friend, is I'm not telling you anything. You know they do.
Yeah.
Just look at the stat sites. It's just stacked with premiums at the top, and it's really the same thing at tier 10 with
Yeah.
and tier 9 now. Actually, a couple of
Yeah.
them just
Yeah.
sit at the
Nice getting
top.
that way. Yeah. Yeah.
Moontunes, good morning. Enjoyed the reviews. Okay, average. Yep, perfect. Gator, thank you. Get in the raffle. I need to promote Greedo Grind. That's right, baby. You know what I do, Stickler?
No, you don't.
All kidding aside, I need to throw that in there. Hey, you know what though? This is good because this is a work in progress as it has always been.
Yes.
Do the best replay analysis. Thank you.
See, that's the point that Gator makes, and I've said this all along. Other content creators tend to go down the side of this is a brilliant game because of this, but they don't do the in-game analysis. They don't do real game breakdown of positioning and all the rest of it. They just go, they sort of show it, talk through it, and go, yeah, that was an 8K, that was an 8,000 damage game, brilliant, 10 kills, brilliant. Blah,
Do you
blah,
know
blah.
there's a channel out there? And there's probably several, but there's one in particular, Laco Replays or Lacho or something. What he
Right?
does is he grabs the biggest damage games off of Watt replays, and then
Yeah, just plays them.
just puts it on his channel, and he gets tens of thousands of views.
That's crazy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You put effort and hard work into something, but again, I think the appreciation on your viewers and the people, the people who consider your channel as the place to go to for advice is very much appreciated purely because, like it's been said before, new starters and middle ranked players can actually benefit from watching those sort of analysis,
Right.
that sort of detail. So it's good for them.
Well, a
Good
lot
for
of it
everybody.
is that guy got established years ago, so
All right,
people are
okay.
kind of creatures of habit. He's been doing
Yeah,
that for a long time, and people, yeah, let's go watch a really good game, and So I've
yeah,
always been trying to somehow dig out a portion of that community to add to mine over here. It's all the same people for the most part. It's just
yeah,
shifting where they go to consume the content. Review of Tech Tree Tanks. That's a good idea, Doctor Who.
yeah. Be interesting.
Yeah, is revealing the reality that premiums dominate tier 8 conduct. Yeah, I don't know, Sutek. Yeah, good question. No, I don't know, man. People are lazy. They're not going to go to Watt replays. Yep, that's true. They'll just watch one that
Yeah.
comes up on their channel. Some of Lacos are just colluded setup games. Oh, really?
Right, I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
man. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Uh,
Triple M
hey,
says he put in iRaffle and he didn't get anything.
that's because it just closed Triple M. But the good news
Oh,
is we have another 3 tier 8s, a tier 6, some gold, and some coaching stuff coming up, man. So you'll get another chance for sure. Uh, it's money, right?
yeah,
It's money. So this guy's getting tens of thousands of views. That's probably
yeah,
equating to a couple $100 a month. Setting up a couple rigged games to get good content. Now I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but I'm not surprised if something like that is going on because
yeah,
people do it to get
yeah,
tanks, to get some
yeah,
pixels. Never mind
yeah,
some money for YouTube.
yeah.
Moon Tune likes balance, reviews, feedback. Good. Perfect. So I think the bottom line, this is a long discussion about me because it's all about me.
You've been bigging him up. There you go. 6'4". Look, there's the answer to the. There's the first answer. Look, 6'4". Bigged you up.
I think the bottom line here is balanced. Keep doing some of it, dial back some of it. We'll work on the replace on the timing. I think I'm going to continue to put stuff out because the last thing I'll say about this is the collab stuff doesn't tend to be the replay reviews, and I still want to do that.
Right.
And
Okay.
I don't really want to start a whole nother channel.
no.
It's a good idea.
I mean,
It can work,
yeah.
but it's just kind of, I don't know.
Well, I think you start to spread yourself a bit thin by doing that. There's,
If I had
as you
hundreds of
say,
thousands of subs
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
That would make a difference.
or
Yeah,
views even, let's just call it that, then another channel would be fine and I could do,
yeah,
but I don't. So we're going to keep it all in one place, and I am going to
yeah.
get some of the reviews back out there.
Cool.
All right, Gator. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Laco is making billions. All right, let's give this away, guys. Here we go. This is the first tier 8. All right, so the ground rules are, as I said, any tank that's in the shop, not a package, but standard tank, tier 8 or whatever. If you want a 7 or 6, go for it. If you don't want the tank and want gold, tell me that, and we'll go with the gold equivalent of one of those tanks in money, okay? Which means you'll probably just pick the most expensive tank you can find, but that's fine. We're giving it away. It's all good. Here is the winner of the first giveaway. Drum roll, please. Boom, be boom, boom. Is that how it goes? I don't know. And it is Meldeeth.
Meldeeth.
Meldeeth, my friend, you have won. Meldeeth has
Congrats.
won a tier 8. Right on. So let's find old Meldeeth here.
Rigged, rigged.
It's always rigged.
It's always rigged.
It's all garbage. All right. Meldeeth, I'm going to whisper to you, and I may actually have your name already. I have it. All right. So in the whisper, or you can just put it in chat. I'll try to catch it if it goes through chat, but put it in the whisper. That way I don't lose it. Put it in the whisper. G.A. Johnny with the sub. Thank you, my
Nice,
friend.
yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Fantastic. Tell me the tank you want. So obviously take your time, and we're not going to do it immediately right here. Eventually give me the tank you want, or if it's gold, all that good stuff. All right, let's move on. Where are we? We haven't even got out of channel news. I said next stream next Tuesday, I believe. Changes we talked about.
Right.
Yes.
Two.
Oh,
It's untitled.
goodness. It's not the Rona.
Do you think?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
No, you don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
I've just done my test yesterday because the house channel's been splurting fluids out of all of the upper orifices.
Oh, goodness gracious, that sucks.
Gross. Yeah. As she walks towards me, she's going, I'm not feeling very. I'm going, can you just back off? Can you just walk away?
Nice. Meldeeth has been multitasking. He's in a frontline battle and winning a tier 8 tank at the same time.
Cool.
Nicely done.
That is impressive.
That
I
is
must admit.
impressive. That is impressive.
Yeah. However, it is frontline, so you can sort of put it on auto run and just let it do it.
Guess what I
You
found?
can just press. Yeah, you can just go straight up the map and do
All
that.
right, let's chill.
Let's chill.
It's time to
Have we
chill.
got your light? Is
I
it
do.
working?
I found it.
Cool.
I found it. I did found it.
There we are. Blue
done.
light special.
I done did found it. All right, let's go over here and see what we got. Speaking of shilling. There it is. All right. Cool. And into the shop we go, my friends. Let us see what is out there. I'll try to keep up with chat here.
Well, I'll keep up with chat. You do your shilling.
Some buffering is happening. I am not seeing it on my side, guys, so many apologies, but there you go. It's on your it's you, not me.
Yeah. It's not me.
Alpine Tiger. The code is what is it?
Alpine Tiger. The code is Spooktacular.
Spooktacular. And the Alpine Tiger is the rental, and obviously it's for sale. Here we have they have titled it Ugly Together Strong.
Yeah, that's a bit nasty, isn't it?
What?
First, there's no syntax in there whatsoever.
No. No. Who do title? Who do title?
Who do title?
I mean, seriously. Ugly
Yeah.
Together Strong. That
Yeah.
is that just a straight translation from whatever it was in the RU? They just put it in Google Translate
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was somebody on a Sunday morning
yeah.
being pinged to do that
Yeah.
from his home, and he's only just got out of bed. He's got, oh, sod it, I'll just do
He's
that.
like, what did they call it? Let me just translate that. Oh, ugly
Yeah,
together strong. That works.
that worked.
For 40
Moontunes has
bucks.
bought the Tog. Good for you, mate.
You know, that's a good price.
Yeah, it is, because they're not bad tanks in any way. I mean, there are no bad tanks, just bad players, isn't there? But yeah,
That's a
it's,
tier
it's
8.
yeah,
And then you're getting 2 tier 6s for 40 bucks.
it isn't a bad price. Would I buy it if I didn't have those tanks? Mm,
I mean, no, yet like you said, none of those you're going to buy and go, all right.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They're all kind of meme tanks.
yeah.
They're all kind of meme tanks.
They are.
Well, I mean, Bitwise isn't a tier 8 more or less a $40 tank? It's slightly less now. But let's just say this is worth 30 bucks.
Yeah.
That's $5. I mean, it's not a banging awesome super greatest price, but it's not bad.
No, it's a decent. And if
Bad.
you've got a coupon, you can apply a coupon, can you? I haven't got any coupons to
I
check.
mean, you know what, guys? Because that's more or less a tier 8 price, that's that kind of thing you can pick as a prize as well. I'd have no problem doing that. It's just not the packages that go to 70 or whatever that we're talking about.
Yeah, no,
And
no,
then
no,
he's talking about down here where they're separate. Yeah, separately that's not a great price, no.
no.
So what are they? Okay, 26 bucks. They think that's only 26. Ah, okay. So separately it'd be 39 and then yeah. So it's a 30% off. Together, you'd want to buy that together. I don't know if you'd want to buy those separately. Although that's an okay price for a mutant. It's not a good tank anymore, but there you go. KV2R is back for 30 bucks.
Yeah. Now that is a good price, in my humble opinion.
30 bucks?
Yeah.
Dude, for a tier
No,
6?
I'm joking.
Well, it's the collab, right? So they
What a
gotta
shill.
pay Games Workshop. Is that who owns that?
I'm not sure yet. Well, who? Yeah, who owns the R?
Yeah, somebody just said the TOG needs to be removed. I like the TOG. I got like a 65% win rate in that
I
thing.
think we need more Tog in the game, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's not a great tank though.
No,
Don't
don't
misquote
go
me.
buying it.
I'm not saying jump out and dominate with your TOG because
It only works if you've got like six of you in a team. That works.
yeah,
You can do the Tog circle thing.
leave your TOG in the garage.
Yeah.
KV2R, that's expensive. The 274 Alpha is back. I believe that was one of the tanks from last Christmas, right? Or somewhere
Yeah.
in there. It was a marathon or Christmas or Halloween. I don't remember which, but it was something like that. The Su-130, not bad. That's a pretty good tank. And then the T-77, which I think was last week, was out there. TS5 is still hanging around. And there you go. That's the tanks. I thought the 274 Alpha would be better than it was, but I think
Yeah, I was
it's
disappointed with it.
yeah, I have to look at it. I'm not sure where it sits in terms of tier 8 premiums. I thought it would be a bit of a monster, and I did talk it up a bit in my review, but I don't know if it really met expectations. I don't know
It,
if it
it
really met expectations.
well, it sort of feels. I mean, you probably the same as me with it. It feels like it should be a 430, but it's not. And if you go down the road of playing it like a 430,
Well, and I
it's not.
called it that. I said it's kind of the
Yeah,
430 of tier 8.
yeah,
430, yeah,
yeah,
430 or 430U, however, whichever tier of those you want to
yeah,
look at. And it is
yeah,
ish,
yeah,
but as someone just said, I believe the gun handling is pretty bad,
yeah.
so it does
It's
limit it.
horrible.
Yeah. As a medium, super bad gun handling without a real big stick is not great. All right, so premium days, nothing else there. Vehituals, it's all the same stuff, I believe. Nothing new going on here. Yeah, really nothing to special there. And then specials has this is. Oh, I'm not logged in. That's why. Gosh darn you.
We did that. We did that the other week. I
Gosh
logged in
darn you.
just to see what I was getting, but nothing.
Gosh darn you. All right, hold on. Let me do this. Let's get the login going here.
Do you know the quick ways to log in without having to enter your details?
What's that?
Just when you go in game to the UI, just click the premium shot and it logs you straight in.
Um,
You know, on the top banner where you've got all your details. If you click the premium shop, it takes you straight in, and you're logged in. You don't have to put your email address in and all that nonsense.
I don't know if that always works though. At some point, it
Oh
logs
yeah.
you out. I'm not. I have met my 2 weeks or whatever the limit is that you can stay logged in. So I had the two-factor thing going on, so I had to go
Oh right, okay.
through that whole mess. All right, come on now, come on.
It might also depend on your browser because
Maybe
all I do is click premium shop and it goes straight in.
I get logged out every, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, something like that.
Oh right, okay. All right.
Don't know
Well, that's
why.
interesting.
I'm assuming
Didn't know
I
that.
always assumed it was just their standard thing. All right, so here we go, specials, which is not much, not much.
No.
All right, that was kind of weak shilling, wasn't it? I'm trying to make up. I'm trying to make up for the selling out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't happen though, did it? Not
No,
really.
it failed. Spook-tankular is the Alpine Tiger code.
It is.
Spook-tankular. Also, EPB bonus.
Yeah.
We just
With
tested
the
it.
double
Still
B.
working.
Yeah. It worked.
EPB
It worked half an hour ago.
bonus is going to get you, provided you do 10,000 damage 10 times in a TD, a free M56 Scorpion. A free
Or
M56
or
Scorpion.
or
Or what?
what if you've already got it?
The silver, apparently.
Right.
Yeah, the silver. So what happens when you put that bonus in a week of premium? Da-da! Thanks, Cliffy. Forgot about that. And that's actually probably one of the best parts of it.
Yeah.
No, not 10,000 in a game, Bill.
Yeah.
Did I? Is that how I said it? Yeah.
Neither have I.
No. 10,000. 10,000
Overall.
total. So basically, you'll get this mission here. It says the ordnance set or ordnance bonus set. You can see over here. I've done it 3 times, and you just click through it. Now here's a weird thing. You have to do it 10 times. Correct, loot box.
Yeah.
Pilgrim just put the code in, and he already has progress on his.
9,018 on the first
So
stab at it.
so if you put the code in, you probably have. If you play TDs, you probably have already done some of this mission.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Isn't that weird?
Yes, bitwise. 10 times 10,000 is 1,000,000 damage. Correct. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That is definitely
Feels a lot,
that's
doesn't it?
pilgrim math right there. Pilgrinomics.
Yeah.
All right, let's give away the tier 6. Let's do that.
Okay, don't forget 2 for subs.
Yep, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna fix that right now. Let's see. We go a little edit Reno, advanced. This per user. Subscriber bonus. There we go. Boom. All right. And this time we are going to give away, what did I say? The tier 6, right?
Tier 6.
Tier 6 tank. Now this one is NA only, folks. No wiggle room because this is the one coming from Wargaming. So any tier 6 that's not a package that you can find in, or tier 5, anything less. Hold on, relax, guys. I haven't done it yet. Look at them all putting raffle in. Hold.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Boom. You got to wait for the little guy to come up. Watch. Here it comes. Here, maybe. There it is. Now go. Go. Go.
Go. There's so much effort for a tier 6. Well done, guys. I like this.
All right, fair warning. If you're one of the guys that put it in, Bonzi, Nano, Creekside, Moontunes, MC, GA, Bonzi. Good Lord, there's a lot of you. And Bonzi.
You said Bonzi 3 times. Did the 3
And
Bonzis in here
Bonzi.
now?
Make sure you redo your exclamation raffle or you're not in it. In it to win it, folks. All right, this is a tier 6 from Wargaming. Thank you to Wargaming. For the rest of the missions and specials, we have High Voltage, which is the Prime Gaming thing ongoing. Watt Salutes ongoing. Ordnance bonus we just talked about. That's going to get you 7 days, a slot, and an M56 once you do this 10 times. You can see I've completed 3. By the way, it's not locked by day. You can just keep on going through them.
What's the end date for that? It's October, is it?
It is November, so you got some good time.
Got some
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
you've got
okay.
another 10 days or so to get her done.
Yeah.
IS4 is on track. Community hunting standard. We got summertime. I didn't realize that's still going.
Still going, yeah. I
Huh.
didn't.
Well, look at that. 8,000. I didn't realize I was getting 8,000 dumped on tanks by doing that. That's crazy. Every 24 hours. Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good
that's
for
good, isn't it?
grinding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watts Salute Weekend Special 4. I don't know why it's 4, but it is. That's what's going on this weekend. So you've got some personal reserves and spider in a web. This one, by the way, you can sell. I checked it. I just sold mine.
Yeah. I just sold it this morning.
Yep.
I went
So,
through it all and sold the bloody everything I could sell.
yeah. WZ132-1 is on track. And that is it for missions and specials. Did we miss anything?
No, there's a few other missions, but that's the standard.
Yeah.
Hunt the sheriffs and all that lot.
All right. Subjects du jour.
Du jour.
Subjects du jour. Bonzi's trying to rig it by entering 3 times. I don't think it lets you do that.
Yeah. That gives him 6 tickets, look. Is
me
it
see.
6? Yeah.
Bonzi has 14 tickets. I'm just kidding. He doesn't have that. No, it's
How many have I got?
not true. All right.
Collector.
Mirny.
Oh, yeah.
Mirny is coming back, guys. Remember that from Halloween last time? I had forgotten that's what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
So let's go take a quick look at Mirny.
Have you heard the soundtrack on that one?
No, well, yeah, you told me about it. I listened to a little bit of it. It's got a rock
Yeah.
and roll soundtrack
Yeah, it's a
kind of
cool
thing going
soundtrack.
on.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Like it a lot.
Video's not bad. The voiceover is pretty funny. They have to use the English actors to voice over. It's mixed results as far as I'm concerned, but whatever. It's a video game video, so there you go. Not bad. So the good doctor here, she is figuring out how to defeat the immortal and all this stuff that goes on in Mirny. Remember, it's collecting goo or something, and then you have to transfer the goo, and you have to avoid the immortal because you can't kill it and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And so you've got Colonel Gromov, and that's Hope. Just Hope, not Dr. Hope or just Hope.
Just hope. Yeah. You ain't got a name. You're not important enough. You're the red-shirted guy on Star Trek. That's how important you are.
So do we comment on that whole thing from Eastern Europe, or do we just let it go again? Like
No,
without,
let's comment on it. Let's comment on it. It's a 200
without getting into white knighting, my
Yeah.
God, the way they portray women.
It's terrible, isn't it? You know. It is, isn't
I
it?
mean,
Realistically, it's terrible.
I'm not a social justice warrior here, but it's just in this day and age, it's bizarre to me. From a business standpoint, you have an international gaming company, and they haven't learned a gosh darn thing about that, have they?
No.
No,
No, have they? No.
nothing. All right.
Go get in the kitchen and do the dishes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least she's a scientist. I mean, I guess.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
there's no title to her. She's not a doctor, is she? She's not a professor.
But isn't that
Terrible.
Jeez. Anyway,
Anyway,
I like the name too. I like how kitschy can you be? Hope.
I know.
Yeah.
Faith and charity
All
are
right.
working around the corner as cleaners.
Ah, jeez. I'm gonna get canceled for this.
Yeah.
But I'm actually making the point. Not anyway.
Let's move on.
So we have these little tank dudes that are running around in Mirny that'll be attacking you. These are the bots that are trying to kill you. As far as I'm aware, there's no controlling the. There's going to be no like CCs controlling the immortal or anything like that to do with the mode. So, and also there's no information in here about what the prize may or may not be.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I don't know. This just kind of talks about the mode and gives you some stuff about the bad guys, and that's it.
Isn't that
So,
odd?
yeah. Now, I don't remember if there was a tank last time. It also doesn't really say when it happens, which is bizarre. There's no dates in here that I can see, but if you go over to the preview, then you can find out that down here, on month-long events, I believe. No. Special. There it is. October 29th it appears to November 1st, Halloween weekend. So
Right.
that's my best guess. I don't see why it wouldn't be those dates. That seems to be more than likely what it is. So this 29th is what, Thursday or Friday? Friday. So I'm going to miss it. I'm going to be out of town the whole time, so I won't be able to do anything with it. But there you go. Mirny is coming.
Well, do you know what I like? I like that. Do you know what's really horrible is those rolling mines. They're just a pain in the backside, they are, aren't they? But they're all good fun. All of that, I think, is a good fun mode. I do. I enjoy it.
You did like it?
Yeah,
They
I
just
like
get
it.
so old for me. These modes like this,
Yeah,
chasing goo around, and I don't know, man.
it's sort of like an escape away from. I want to say the reality of the normal game, but it's not a reality. But you know
Yeah,
the sort of focus on doing what you do in the normal game, and then you can just go and pop and do that sort of stuff.
bomb
Which is
around.
why, yeah, exactly. You know, you can just have a bit of fun with it.
My problem is I get hyper focused on the goal
Yes.
of getting the
Yeah.
thing, and if I don't
Yeah.
get progress getting the thing, then I get irritated,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not completely what gaming is about. So,
Yeah.
but if the mode was more compelling and fun, then I feel like that wouldn't bother me. So when the mode is kind of
Right.
irritating, and
Yeah. Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
don't make progress, that's when I just haven't found a mode. Frontline's the closest thing I would say to a different mode that I've went. Oh, I liked playing that. The racing one was pretty fun too. I don't know why we haven't had
Yeah,
racing
I
come back.
enjoyed that. That was fun. That was a bit
Yeah,
of a laugh, that wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah. Because there was a competitive element to that, because you had to get to the end game and start, or you had to get to the end of the track, and then you still had to do that, killing all you know,
yeah,
all the others. I mean, I like that. I think it was cool. Getting a bit of air in a tank is fun, isn't it? You
yeah.
know what I
They need to
mean?
bring racing back, man. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Getting the thing is part of it. Chaffee racing, but the second racing game was lame. Yeah, with because then they wanted to put power ups and you shoot each other and all this other crap. Just make a course and race. You know,
it'd be cool, wouldn't it?
soccer was
Bit of drag
okay.
racing.
I didn't hate
Yeah,
soccer. It got repetitive after a while, but I just make a course on several maps and call it the Tour de Tanks or something.
yeah, yeah. Just have a bit of fun with it. You know, it could be a NASCAR thing, or it could be a Formula One thing, whatever you want to do. I
Yeah,
mean, it was fun. That's the point. Sometimes you just want to, you've had a bad day at work or whatever. You want to come home and you just want to blast off a few tanks and have a bit of fun. Those sort of modes are fun without the hyper focus of trying to keep your regular account on the go. Which
yeah,
is why, and I've said this before, I've got my trash account on the EU server. Because when I'm having a really bad, having a bad time, in my opinion, a bad time, I'll go, right, I'm just going to go over the EU one and do stupid things like
yeah,
YOLO and jump off cliffs and stuff. Who cares?
yeah. That would actually be kind of cool. You do like a kind of
Yeah,
little
be cool, wouldn't
GTA
it?
racing thing. You have a couple tracks, and then you put
Yeah,
some different equipment that you can put on a couple different tanks
yeah,
to change them slightly, so you can kind of tweak your tank a little bit.
yeah, yeah. Have
That
like
would be pretty
maybe
fun.
something goes a bit faster or turns better or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
All right. So Mirny's back.
that's cool.
What else we got going on? Hey, how about this? This was pretty funny. Did you guys notice this? Let me find it. The 114 SP concealment
Oh yeah,
mistake.
the nerf that wasn't a nerf. I just love it. I just love it.
All right. Do I believe this or do I not believe it? First of all, it hasn't been released, so they can get away with this.
Yeah,
And when I say get away, I mean people don't complain. Frankly, I'm fine with them nerfing or buffing premiums to bring them in line and balance their game. I think that's common sense. You would think they would do that constantly, but they don't because people freak.
yeah.
But here we have one that hasn't quite been released, but the final numbers in theory were released. Of course, there's always the caveat we can change whatever we want until it's released. And really, they can change whatever they want at all times, but they don't because people freak out. So they've done this with the 114 SP2. I don't know if its camo was necessarily game breaking the way it was. So
Right?
maybe
No, it was 10%, I think.
yeah. Well, it says right there it's 10% while moving and 16% stationary. They changed it down to 8 and 13. And I don't think that's necessarily game breaking. The change where it was, I don't think was that amazing, and where it went to is slightly worse. So I guess I sort of believe them that they made a mistake, which is kind of weird. And then they throw in this for comparison. These values will correspond to those of the
268,
268-4,
yeah.
which has similar dimensions. Well, there's never been any math given to us about how
No,
camo values are done.
no. Is it done on size of tank? Therefore, that's why all the Jap tanks, the Jap super heavies, are just
Well, it is.
pointless.
Well, it is clearly. You can see that correlation,
Yeah,
right? You can certainly
yeah,
see that correlation.
yeah,
But exactly what those maths are
yeah. What's the
is
math?
another
What's the
question.
maths behind it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting side topic for discussion. That wouldn't it? Knowing the parameters which are applied to that particular part of the pixel tank. How is a logarithm that goes with that would be so interesting
Yeah.
because not every there is no standard size tank. Maybe the Russian mediums are all similar-ish,
Height
but there's
seems
no
to have a lot to do with camo and in view range.
right and class and mode surely because that's how they
Don't know. Good question.
decamoed the Arty, wasn't it? Because the Arty has
Yeah.
no camo.
Yeah.
Be seen from across the map. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Pig. I think there's a lot of fudging in there as well. So the general idea is taller you are, and just the bigger you are, then you have less camo. That makes sense. But sometimes with tanks that appear to be in the relative same size class have quite varying camo values, which I think are balancing decisions. So this is
Right.
something Wargaming has done a lot, which is say one thing and then do another in terms of, hey, we want to prioritize reality and all this stuff, and then they don't,
No.
you know.
Which is wait, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about it. It's also part of the whole balance thing, isn't it? So, um, if there's a need to balance that particular tank, then that is one of the equations they can use to bring in the balance. I think
Yeah.
there's a good point Bitwise makes there. The Barusk has a light tank camo because it's got light tank hull.
Yeah. Well, it
Right.
is a
Okay.
light tank. It just the only thing it
Yeah.
doesn't have that light tanks have is it doesn't carry its stationary value while moving,
Yeah.
and its moving camo is good enough that it's almost light tank esque anyway.
Yeah.
But there,
Yeah.
Clippy, we prefer the term normalization. Is
Normalization. Yeah.
Have we finished? Is this one ready to go? No. The timer doesn't work anymore on this for me, so I just have to wait till the bot says it's ready to pick. Yes, and it does get medium tank matchmaking. True. It's not matched up with other light tanks. Yep, absolutely. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about that. And basically, it's not a great big deal. They're changing some camo values, but it's not a usual thing. You don't see it a lot.
No. No, and it makes you wonder how they came across that particular point. Did somebody sit down and go, "Oh, hang on, no, we got that wrong"?
Maybe it was, right? Maybe it was
Yeah,
that validly that somebody looked at it and went, "Hey, wait a minute, we didn't do this calculation right, and it
yeah,
needs to have less
yeah,
camo."
yeah.
I don't see
Possibly.
how by watching, because we got that tank and I put a review out on it, so the reviews have been out for a while, and it may have been feedback from some of the players, right? Some of the CCs, and go, "Hey, how
Yeah, yeah.
this doesn't seem to be."
Who,
I don't know.
well, who did the CCs get it first
Yeah, we got
before?
it for testing. There's been reviews
Right.
on out
Okay.
on it for months.
Yeah. 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 Tickets are still going out for the raffle at the moment.
Okay,
Everybody.
good. Good.
Tufil's in the house. Hello, Tufil.
Teufel, what's up, man? How are you? Okay, cool. Next thing, 2801, a well-deserved reward. It's in the files, my friends. The 2801-105. There it is. Check
Wow.
it out. 2801-105. So this is the return of the 2801 that used to have a 105.
Yes.
Then they took the 105 away, and then they nerfed HE, and then they're going to give it back as as a premium.
Yes. But because it makes yes.
I don't know,
Makes
man. Does it
perfect
have the
sense.
heat? Does it bring the heat? Can we find that out? I don't know.
I can't live with heat rounds. You know what? They're worse than HE for me.
Hold on. It is.
A
That's
teapot.
probably a heat round, but it's only 104 pen. Is that what I'm seeing right there?
Wow. Wow.
Or is that an AP round with 104 pen? That might just be an AP round. They both
That'll
do
be an AP
350.
round, yeah.
But I don't know. Heat or AP, there is a special round that has 104 pen. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it looks like it does carry it. So there you go. That's kind of interesting right off the bat. So there's that little bad boy right there. We can talk anything you want to about the stats as it sits in the garage. I don't have one, so I'm not under any kind of NDA right now. I can't tell you how it plays because I haven't seen it or played it. But if we look at the comparison, it's the same tank. Oops. As you might expect. And in
Yeah.
this case, it's not the super version of something that used to be in the game that's now a tier
Yeah.
up from what they did to the other one, because usually they lowered a tier or whatever. This is straight up a tier 6, chucking the 105 dirt back onto it, and everything. Look at all these stats; they're all the same thing. The only thing that changes really is, I guess, the gun's heavier. So this is weird. You can't see this, unfortunately, because Pilgrim's in the way. But
Pilgrim's in the bloody way.
the camo values, for some reason, I can't. Let me try it again. When I tried to configure, it would not let me. Oh, there we go. That was just a bug, I guess, last time I was logged in. Nope, it won't let me get rid of the camo on this stupid thing.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, every
All
time
right.
I do that, for whatever reason, I can't get rid of the camo. So the camo value is actually 14 stationary moving because it is a light tank. But all these other stats are the same except specific power and the weight, because I guess the other gun, the derp gun, is lighter, apparently. No, heavier. Sorry, heavier. So we got a little bit more weight from the derp gun. And that's all that's changed. That's all that's
It's
changed.
very Panzer 3K-ish, isn't it? Very I mean, I know the Panzer 3K is a tier 5, but it's very similar to that,
Yeah.
looking wise.
Oh yeah,
It's a
that
looking-
Tazillion guy loved that thing. Yeah, yeah, Heisenberg. A couple of guys are saying that the shell velocity is softball.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like. Boop.
Yeah.
So this is probably the well-deserved reward.
I've yeah, which is nice. Again, anything that's coming free is free, isn't it? You know, and you know, or if you're just getting something for just playing the game or being in the game for a certain length of time, yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
I've here we go with the lob mechanic. You know, when you see the shell and it's because it's got low velocity, it lobs. I can't remember the tank I was on, and the first time I seen it happen, I thought there was something wrong with my computer because the thing left the barrel, and you can actually see this thing like that. I was going,
Yeah.
"What's going on? What's going on?" You know, some of the lead fire you've got to do with that is crazy.
Yeah.
But then when it hits, it's boom. It is cool. I do
It is
like
pretty
that
funny
particular
when you take those long range HE or heat shots with the really slow
yeah.
velocity, and you see him.
see
Say
it
you're
low.
on like El Haluf and you're shooting across
Yeah.
to the other. You see it boom,
Yeah.
and you're just
Yeah.
like, "Is it gonna hit? Is it?" It's like boom, it hits.
Whoa!
Yeah, those are awesome. All right, we're gonna pick a winner. This was for the tier 6, right? Yes.
It
Here we
was
go.
for tier 6, so yeah.
Oop, whoop.
Drum roll.
I have no rhythm. All right, there we go. It is Teufel, who was the last guy to get in.
Congratulations.
Last guy to get in is Teufel wins it.
Rigged.
Ah, that's funny. All right, let me send you the same whisper. Teufel, you just got here, so this is a any tier 6 in the store currently, not a package, and it's going to come from Wargaming. So I'm going to send you a whisper. I need your in-name game. I need your in-name game. I need your in-game name.
Yeah, in-name game.
And your choice. Your in-name game and choice of vehicle.
And your shoe size.
Yeah.
You need your shoe size.
And your firstborn. This one will come from Wargaming, so it will take probably a few days to get it credited to your account. So
good stuff, though. Thanks, Wargaming.
And so I've sent you a whisper, Teufel, on whatever this is we're doing, Twitch.
Yeah.
Sent you a whisper on Twitch. And,
social media.
Any tier 6. So congrats to you. Let's give away, what should we give away now? 1,000 gold? Or let's give away another 8.
Let's do the 1,000 gold.
Do 1,000 gold? All right, let's do 1,000 gold. We're going to give away 1,000 gold, man. You are welcome, Teufel. You are welcome. All right, this next giveaway will be for 1,000 gold. As soon as I fix it.
And it's EU or NA. Oh, EU and NA, sorry.
Yeah. Hold on now. Oh my gosh. EU and NA.
Oh, yeah.
And this will be coming from Pilgrim. Save that. And 3, 2, 1. Wait for it.
Wait for it, wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait. Oh, you're too early.
Johnny.
There, now go. G.A. Johnny, you got to do it again, my friend.
Go.
Al Einstein. I think I've got here late today with my coffee. Well, we've given away a tier 8 and a tier 6. The good news for you is there's 2 tier 8s, 1,000 gold, and an hour of coaching left.
Cool. AI, not Al. AI.
Actually,
like that,
wait a minute. There's 3 tier 8s. 2 from me and 1 from Wargaming. We still have 3 tier 8s to give away.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you not have a list on your desk and tick them off as you've done it?
No.
God, no. Of course not. Of course not. How stupid of me.
That's a good idea. Hold on. All right. So we've given away.
I have.
So my tier 8. We have 3. We've given 1 away.
Johnny, the coaching, basically you contact Guido via his email, which is down in the link on his YouTube channel, I think. And he will contact you and you arrange coaching. Something like that.
Yeah, Guido at 1212gaming.com. Like, I think it actually says that. There's a little thing that comes through, but Guido at 1212gaming.com. Whoever wins that, we'll sort that out. It's all good.
AI, you put a capital I think. So you need to do that again, mate.
For what?
For the raffle, he's put. It either says L raffle, AI.
Oh yeah, it needs to be exclamation now. Exclamation. Yeah,
raffle.
exclamation raffle.
There you go.
Beautiful. And it will tell you if you did it. Whatever you want, GA. The other day, I actually had a guy. He's played for a while. He's got a lot of tanks, but he doesn't get to play a lot. So he had really not a great idea what to do with the garage. Like, he had all kinds of crew members that he'd won and got. He's a bunch of premiums he'd never really set up. So we actually just did a garage troll for an hour. And we just talked about setting up crews, setting up tanks, using books, all that stuff. So that was the first time I'd done that. But that was really interesting because he had so much stuff that we got to. What we did is we just took the Progetto 46 and we pimped it out.
Did it?
Yeah, we just.
Which is not a bad tank.
Yeah,
to
and
do.
he had a crap ton of bonds, and we put a bunch of purple and bond equipment. Plus, he had a bunch of stuff to still select from Battle Pass, just because he doesn't have a lot of time to play. So we were able to sort of take a look at that and go, all right, here's the way to prioritize some of these things. Here's how to do it. And we made a super crew, put a bunch of equipment, and then he's going to go rage around his Progetto. Plus, Frontline's going, so he wanted to try that. So I thought that was really interesting.
No, that's useful because thinking about that, this whole game is all about all the complexities that go with that. So coaching is not just about getting the tank on the battlefield in the right position, doing the right shots and doing the right flex and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's about everything else that comes with it. Yeah, good
Yeah.
good call. Good call.
All right,
Yeah,
Teufel, I did get yours, so I will put that in the list. Absolutely.
Isenberg says, what's the expectations for coaching? He wants to go from hopeless to average. That's going to take about 10 sessions, my friend.
No worries, man.
Well,
We
it
can
gets to
get
me.
there. We can get there. We definitely. I froze you up, I think. Let's do this. All right, move around a little bit.
Okay, I'm moving.
All right,
Is
we're
that
back.
working?
All right, we got it sorted out.
Okay.
Sheesh. Was a little bit of an
Oh,
emergency
dear.
operation right there.
Johnny says, just don't get shot and then you're average.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah, Teufel. Anytime, man. I am available. All right, let's see.
Can we talk? Bond tanks while we're talking
Yeah,
bombs?
yeah,
Can we?
yeah.
This whole bond thing is great because it sneaks up on you without you realizing it, unless you go down the road of focusing totally on bonds. So I've now opened up the garage this morning, and I just happened to look at the bonds and go, "Oh my goodness me! I'm sitting with almost 19,000 bonds, and I didn't realize I'd got them."
Ooh,
So
yeah.
I thought, "Hey, that's nice. Let's go shopping." So I went to the bond tank list, and I've got a few of them. But I have a number which I haven't got, so I want to throw it out to you.
Well, I have
and
some good
all-
news for you. I have a
Yeah?
video coming out on the 29th on this very subject.
Do you now?
Yeah, so you're
Well,
gonna
there
have to.
we
You need to
go.
wait till then.
I'll wait till then. Okay, okay, I'll wait till then. But just as a caveat to that,
Just in case you
just
don't
in
watch
case
that
the video's
video,
crap.
or it's crap, or there's too much shilling in front of it, and you can't get through that part.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
right.
I've narrowed it down to a small list, shall I
Okay.
say? So I would like your opinion.
Can I
and
just interrupt
everybody
you?
else's opinion.
Can I just interrupt you on one thing?
You do.
It's important all the time. It's important.
yeah?
I think it's important to remember that there's two kinds of bond tanks. There are bond tanks in ranked. So if you're a
Yes.
ranked guy, there's a couple tanks you can get out of ranked for bonds.
Yes.
Most people know that, but just in case you're like, hey, what do I do with these bonds? There
Yeah.
are other tanks, but this is the standard bond shop that everyone
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
can
yeah.
get
yeah.
to.
So I
Right.
don't do ranked. So
Right.
so there we are. So I've discounted a number. I'll tell you how many there is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 bond tanks which I haven't got currently.
Okay.
But I've crossed a few off because they don't interest me. Okay. So I've got a short list.
Okay.
So a short list, guys, for everybody to. And what I'll do is I'll put a tick against each person's recommendation. The one with the most ticks, I'll go and buy it.
Okay.
I don't do ranked bitwise. I don't, mate. It's just the time frame is just weird for me. All right, no, there is that. Will the concept B1 come out? I'm not sure. Will it? Will it come out? Right. Here's the short list because
No, that's the ranked one. That's one of the ranked
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, short list for the normal bonds: Alpine Tiger, AMX M4, KV4 Kressel, or the 121B. So out of those,
121B.
I know this is quite nefarious to
Do
say,
it
but out
again.
of those, which would you choose?
Say it again.
Right, Alpine Tiger,
Okay.
AMX M4, KV4 Kressel, and the 121B.
Well, one's going to cost you a lot more bonds. I mean, I'm assuming that's fine.
They're all within the price. I've got 19,000
Right.
bonds, so I can buy any one of those.
I do talk about several of these actually. What my video is going to be best bonds, best tanks for bonds.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
I agree with Revan, but then you're playing a tier 10 tank. That's the only negative on that.
Right.
It's a good tank now. It actually got a buff in the fairly recent past. I do like the 121 Bravo. I like it better than the 121.
Right. Okay. That's interesting.
Of the tier 8s, I would stay away from the Alpine Tiger.
Even though it's on rental now, so I'll get to have a look at that.
Yeah.
Right.
Al Einstein says it's good for bounce missions. Yeah, for the lower ones it is. I would agree with that. The Kressel is a weird tank, but it's kind of fun to own.
Right.
I wouldn't say it's amazing. I think it actually got a buff fairly recently as well.
Right.
The Alpine
Because
Type,
I remember you. We platooned up, and you did the Kressel quite a couple of times, and you seem to enjoy it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's slow and it's weird.
Right. Okay.
Of those tanks, the tank that you would probably get the most use out and be the most useful tank, really the AMX M4, I think, of those fours, in my opinion, is the most useful tank. And now you'll see I don't own it on the Bond Shop, but I have the other version, the unskinned version.
Right. Okay.
Because this is the Liberté one, I believe. Yeah, L. This is the Liberté version, which is the same thing.
Right. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
But I don't think
And
you go
some
wrong with
things
any of those,
interesting.
Pilgrim. I mean, the
Yeah.
Alpine is pref matchmaking. It's not an
Right.
amazing tank. It's kind of cool looking. The M4 is probably the most useful overall. The Crest is fun and weird, and the 121 is a pretty cool
Right.
tier 10. So
Okay. I will. I will. I will digest all the responses, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I go for.
what did everybody say? So some people did not
Sort
like.
of round about the 121B. There's a lot of talk about the Tiger's not that good.
Yeah,
AMX is pretty much getting a tick in the box, but it's also available for cash. I didn't know that.
yeah. Revan says the 121 is the best one. Lootbox says he's done with this game.
Yeah, bless him. He got arted by M44s.
Oh, is that what happened?
I feel his pain. I really do.
Oh, dude, yesterday I saw a guy in a 110E5. I was playing the 110E3 on Fjords. We were on the
Yeah,
heavy corner, the side
yeah.
that the other side can arty. There's one side that can't be artied, but I was on the side that can be artied if they
Can
move
be
their
arted.
if they
Yeah,
arty over. He got hit and pinned in the back deck by a 53-55 for 850 damage.
that is
Oh
so
yeah,
bad,
he and
isn't
I
it?
were holding that corner, and he had 1,200 hit points left, 1,500 hit points. So he was doing a nice
Wow.
side scraping, and it was a corner. His tumor was on the correct side because he was peeking out this way, so the tumor wasn't being exposed. And he was doing some damage, and I was doing some damage, and then he just gets walloped. And then another 200 something came in from the other arty, and they just pushed us and killed us.
That
Ugh.
is just so frustrating because
Yeah,
we have it. I mean, we've had the discussions, but somebody sat so far back can affect the game to that level without any interaction, if you like, without any possibility of being in danger. Oh, well, just so frustrating.
yeah. I mean, it's a lot
Just so
less
frustrating.
bad a lot less bad. It's not as bad as it was, right? Because they've been nerfed and blah blah blah. But still, you can still get pooped on. Yep.
Yeah, still get pooped on. I mean, 800 damage is no small damage, is it? You know what I mean? So,
Cliffy says you have the
Cliffy, yeah,
WZ
just
111.
well,
Do you have
yeah.
the?
No, I had it as a rental, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I got it. I'll go back and have a look now.
I mean,
I don't
it's the
think I have.
same tank, but the Alpine Tiger is the one with the skin on it. They're the same thing.
Right, okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know that. Let me have a look at. Oh, gosh, I'm clicking everything at the moment. Thanks. Here we go.
MC is just death on the Alpine Tiger. It's like, do not get that thing. It's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. Let's check it out and see how I've done on it. I don't know how many battles I have in it. I'm sitting at 52%. I don't think I have very many battles, though. 20, 30? 23.
Right.
But I have a good record in its cousin, the WZ, 62%. But that's all from probably 3 or 4 years ago or more when preferentials were a good thing.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
This, I
Yeah,
think, is closer to what you might see these days. It's a struggle to get this thing to do anything.
right. Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, the WZ I've got is only 4 battles in, so it would have been a rental.
Mm.
So, yeah, and there's not much. I mean, 4 battles, 75% victory rate, but it's a very low battle count.
It does look cool, though. I mean, there it is.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, if you like a cool looking tank,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like if you get a top
I think
tier, go ahead.
I think I've narrowed it down to either the M4 or the 121B, to
Yeah.
be honest. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know by the time we come back.
If you get a top tier battle in this thing and you don't get unlucky enough to see something like a 100-01 or a renegade or something like that, it
Right.
can be an absolute monster. Against sevens and sixes, it just kicks rear. But there's
Yeah.
so many good tier eights that even in a top tier battle,
Yeah.
it struggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying
I
to
mean,
think.
the good thing is I've got the rental
Yeah.
from Commander AF, so I'll give it a spin out and we'll see.
Huh.
Um, yeah.
I thought I had the other. I guess I don't have either one of those. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I do have it. So there's the M4 guy. I'm at 100%. What have I played one battle? Six. I played six battles and won them all. I
There you
guess I
go.
retire this thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that says everything, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I'll get. That's one of the ones that'll be on my 100 battle challenge in the near future, right there.
Then that'll be a struggle.
I like that tank. It's not bad. All right. Let's talk the
Cool.
M4Y. Have we finished this? Nope. It's still
Yeah.
going.
Did it
Still
not come
going.
up? No.
Nope. So check this out. The M4Y, the Yo tank, the tier 10 current stats are out. Try to get this a little bigger so we can actually read it. So this is the tier 10, the thing that looks like Jar Jar Binks right there. Apparently I can buy some Calvin Klein if I shop now.
Yeah.
Damage is
Nice.
360. Pens 268 standard, 315 with I don't know what. Does it looks like a heat shell, so it's got the gold color right there, so I think that's a heat shell. Reloading fairly quickly at 7.8. Wow. 2 second aiming time, not bad. 0.35 dispersion is okay. Minus 10. 42 ammo. That's it. That's
Wow.
a fast reload, but the
Yeah, but
damage the damage is
you're going to use
low.
that ammo. Yeah, you're going to use that ammo very
I
quickly,
mean,
aren't
that's
you?
supposedly a heavy tank at tier 10, and you're talking 360 alpha.
Yeah.
That is that. I mean, there's obviously tier 8s that carry that,
Yeah.
right? But it is reloading in the medium tank reload regime right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And these stats are armored patrol stats, or
Yeah,
what? Where they come from?
that's the latest release of what they are,
Right.
basically.
Okay. All right.
It's a 120 mil. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's what the 105. Sorry. I think that's what Bitwise might have been saying. I didn't notice that. There's a 120. Never mind. There's a 120. All right, there we go. That's more like it. 440, 252, and 300. Less pen.
Right. Yeah.
Less
Yeah.
pen. Less pen.
Yeah.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
look at that. Less pen, but much more damage. And they don't have a DP. They don't have a DPM on this list. You'd have to do the maths. 10 seconds. That sounds more like heavy tank regime. Aiming 2.5.
Yeah.
0.38. Much derpier.
Yeah.
And still minus 10. And only carries 38. Probably won't get through 38 in a heavy tank, but there you have it.
Yeah.
Still kind of anemic, really. Much more accurate with the 105. I wonder what that equates to in DPM. I'm assuming that means the 105 probably has a little bit better DPM, but could be wrong. Mobility is 40. That's not very fast. It's not sluggish, but not very fast.
Well, it's how it gets to 40 as well. That's the thing.
Yeah. Turret
You look.
armor is just a ton, and it's got that. It's just all angle. So as long as you don't get a side shot, because it's going to be very flat plated on the side if they get to your side. If you're staring at whatever's trying to shoot at you, there is a hatch on the top. If you look at some of the videos, so if people can get above you, then they can get to that hatch,
Yeah.
or say you're looking down and they're level, they're going to go right into
Yeah.
that hatch.
Yeah. Yeah.
But otherwise, if you can keep your turret straight to them, going to be very difficult to pin.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that because somebody mentioned that about the armor profile of the
Yeah.
turret, because that will make all the difference with that tank.
I mean, think about it. It's 356 thickness with all the angling. I don't even know
Yeah.
what that calculation will be if you're looking straight at it, but it must be 600 or something. I don't know.
That'd be amazing, isn't it? That is going to be hard to pen.
It is, but it's so oddly shaped, and because of multiple fire directions, and as you turn your turret, it's going to flap. It's not going to be as you get into that corridor, yes, but in any
Yeah.
other spot where you can get some angles on them, okay, it's going to have
And
some weaknesses.
I just wonder how much of flippity flappity it has when it's on the move and all that sort of good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
None of that
some of the
information's
similar
on
sort
there.
of, yeah, so I can't remember which ones. Certainly the French ones tend to flippity flap.
Yeah, top vehicles coming to super test with 105 and 120. First gun is more accurate, higher DPM. There you go. The second is higher damage. Testing will show which gun will be the final configuration. Oh, okay. So it's not necessarily you're going to have a choice. That's right. It is a tier 10. Usually they come with whatever they
Yeah,
come with.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Normally it's the tier 10, whatever it is, a tier 10 gun.
durability is 2,200 specific. Oh, here we go. Here's the soft stats. Dispersion. Those aren't too bad. They're not amazing, but they're not. They don't seem to be too bad. Shell velocities are 1,400, 1,200 with the 105. The 120 is slower. Not much on the heat shell. Are they both heat? I think they are. Yeah, both the premium
Right.
shells are heat.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pain of my life, heat shells.
Yeah.
Hate them. Hate them with a vengeance. Worse than HE. Yes, it is a technical term, Gator. Flippity flappity. Flippity flappity gun. And it
All right.
bounces around, does this
Are
all over
we
the
are we
bloody
ready
place.
to do this thing? No, not
Has
yet.
it
No,
done?
it's not
No.
quite yet. It's still thinking. Still thinking.
Can I throw something in here just
Yeah.
for whoever it was that was on stream with us on Friday that talked about stronghold upgrades. And I think we gave him not a bum steer, but we directed him to Mad Dog as
Yeah.
the guy who did all our stronghold upgrades.
Yeah.
It actually was Wildebeest
Ah.
who did it all. So just in case whoever's was on stream asking that question is on today, it's Wildebeest. But I think Mad Dog will point him in the right direction anyway, so that's cool.
However, if you do contact Mad Dog, he has M60 codes.
Nice.
Send him a message. Tell him Guido sent you.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be funny.
Characteristics are not final. That's right, Cliffy. It does look like a battle droid.
Doesn't it?
That's
Yeah,
what's been bothering me. They're like, oh, Jar Jar Binks. I'm like, no, it looks like something. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it is. It does look like a battle
battle
droid.
droid.
Roger,
Yeah,
Roger,
yeah. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Uh,
All right, the giveaway now, Bonzi, is 1,000 gold.
oh yeah, yeah.
Suit it.
Nanosecond filled him in, I think.
What was up a few days ago? What am I missing there? Tomato that has a battle stats for the tier 8 Yo tank already. That is in the you talking about the premium or the tech tree? Because the premium is in the comparison tool. If you want to see that, we did that last week. If you're talking about the
Yeah.
tech tree, then yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the stats on that one yet. I believe it's in here though. Where's the Yo? There it is. So that's the premium. Is the other one in here? I don't think so. No, I think the premium's pretty close to final setup. So there it is. So you can actually look at the premium right there in the comparison tool.
Comparison tool. Yeah.
All right. DPM 2,769 on the 105, 2,514 on the 120. So they're not that far off actually. Thank you for that. Come live. Toyful, good question. The guesstimate is that the tier 8 will be part of the Christmas boxination, and the line either out at Christmas or pretty close after, depending on testing and stuff. That's my guess. Jar Jar Binks will frustrate. Only if he had all the voices and the mannerisms, right? Does that mean the Yo tank's going to trip over itself and fall down every time it tries?
What you need is is it was it who was it? I can't remember who it was, but he grabbed his tongue, wasn't he? He was eating his dinner.
Yeah.
He grabbed his tongue. You need something like that.
Yeah.
Grab it.
I don't know, six pack. I didn't notice that. They reversed the numbers, huh? Or reversed the tier based on the numbers. Man, I don't know. The premium had some stats a few days ago. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. This is for the 1,000 gold. Here we go. Picking a winner. Winner is G.A. Johnny. 1,000
Yeah,
gold.
Johnny.
All right, let's find G.A.
Send me a whisper, buddy. I think I've probably got you actually, but if not, send me a whisper with your in-game name. It's rigged.
Yeah, GA, send that whisper to Pilgrim. We'll make sure before we close down later on that we've got all that information. All right, next thing. Let's give away an 8, shall we?
Oh, why not?
Yeah, let's give away an 8. GA Johnny won that. GA Johnny says rigged. All right.
It was rigged.
I will ask if you've won a tier 8 or the tier 6 that you don't re-enter. If you've won the 1,000 gold or the hour, feel free to re-enter.
That's fair one, isn't it?
Let's go ahead and give away a tier 8. Hold on, if you're already typing.
Yeah. I raffle. I raffle. No, not yet.
All right. This will be from me. Yeah, let's give away the Wargaming one. This will be the Wargaming one. This is the Wargaming one. Let's see. We save. I got that set up. And wait for it. Wait for it. Go.
There you go.
Go. Do it.
What should happen, just for Banzai, is that nobody else enter, and just let Banzai enter into the raffle, and he still won't win.
You can't win. He's unable. Unable to win.
Yeah, because we rigged it.
All right, you had it. What's your contest you had?
Oh no! Well, it was a joke one, but I mean we can go with that if you want. You got that?
6'4", right?
Yeah, yeah.
228
This is
pounds?
for 500 gold. This is for 500 gold. 6'4", Salt Lake City, and 228. That's the answers. What's the question? For 500 gold.
6'4", Salt Lake City. Brigham Young? Big John.
You can't enter. You can't answer the question.
Yeah,
You
Sutek.
can't.
This tier 8 is NA only. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. This particular tier 8 is NA only. The next two will be NA or EU.
Bitwise. Guess which one is the lie. Now that's the three-part answers. Three-part. Remember, I do three-part questions. What's the question for the three-part answers there?
Was it Brigham Young?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
I'll give you a clue. All right. 6'4" is nothing to do with a person's height. Okay,
Oh.
that's the clue. Salt Lake City is something to do with traveling. Okay.
Okay.
And 228 is a dang fine number for Pilgrim. Okay. There you go.
Wow.
There you are.
It's how far you got from the bar stool in Salt Lake City after 228 beers before you fell
You're
down.
very close. You're very close with that.
Before
Yeah,
you fell down.
You're very close.
Oh,
Very close.
so the guy was 6'4", 228 who beat you to a pulp in Salt
No,
Lake
because
City.
it's nothing to do with the person's size.
Oh,
6'4".
right. 6'4".
Right. Salt Lake City is to do with travelling,
Okay.
and the 228 is a dang fine number for Pilgrim. Work that one out, guys.
Wow. That's a
Triple
hard
M
one.
says to Alex, "What size is your wife's boot?"
That's a hard one, man.
Yeah, it is hard. It's only for 500 gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, what else is going on in Tank since we got to sit around give stuff away? Oh, the horror of it
Raise
all.
shell. Raise shell. What happened with Ray's Shell?
Anybody know? Did Ray's Shell, Tullabarn 228 Burgundy finish Highland single malt Scotch whiskey? If that's not the answer, it should be.
That is fairly close, to be honest, but not close enough. But good one, Pig. Well done, mate.
Ray's Shell. Does anybody know if that particular?
They were after 25K in 34 hours, weren't they?
Yeah. Did it happen? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it was for the USO, wasn't it? So,
Yeah.
worthwhile charity. But this is the thing that Sutek 228 beers. I wish. Yeah. Yeah. Favorite song, Stickler. Favorite song.
Oh, Meldith
We
is.
we had a discussion yesterday about chocolate fire grates, didn't we?
Yeah.
There are a number of other colloquialisms. Can't even say the word.
Yeah.
For wow, Pig. That is almost. I'm not going there, but anyway, that was almost right. Yeah. So there are other colloquialisms which we use, which you may not or may have heard of. Have you heard also of the chocolate teapot? Because that's about as much use as.
Yeah. Yeah. The old chocolate.
Yeah. And then the third one, which I tend to use, which I get told off for a very lot, is boobs on a fish. Just how much use are boobs on a fish?
Yeah, I've heard the tits on a mule thing, or tits on a
USO is
bull
next
on a
weekend.
bull.
On a
Yeah, I think
bull.
USO's. I'm just looking at that right now. I believe that's true.
Right.
Ray Shell. Hold on, let's find out. Maybe it hasn't happened. Correct.
Oh, it might
Correct.
not
This is
have. Yeah.
29th. This is 29th to 30th, so it hasn't happened. So they have completely failed to meet their goals so far. So it's a complete failure. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh dear.
No, I'll go ahead and support those guys for sure. All right, so we've been at it for an hour 44. We're gonna actually take a 5 minute break, guys. We got a couple more giveaways, so give me a few minutes because I actually am starting to float around in here.
Yeah,
So
I've got an old man's bladder. I need to
yeah.
empty it.
All right, so we're gonna take a 5 minute break, you guys.
Fucker!
Be right back. All right, we back. We are back. All right, is this thing still
Mightily
going?
relieved.
Yeah, absolutely. Stream improved. That's right. Here's some
It
feedback.
is.
Just put the dog up there and get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Nope, still going. Still going. Well, man, what about Christmas?
Well, you see,
What about
I,
Halloween? Are we gonna have boxes? You think?
I don't know. They tried, didn't they? They tried. Uh, and it failed miserably, so I
Well, they
don't
did
know.
those weird
Got
engineer
plexiglass.
gates. They did,
Yeah.
you know, they did those engineer gates with the whole, whatever that was we just did with the Waffentrager event.
Yeah.
And Mirny's coming up. Were boxes tied to Mirny, guys? Do you remember?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I can't remember that.
Folks think you get to kill the immortal in the Halloween event. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I have zero info. I wish I did. I don't have anything to go off of. Yeah, Al, I did. You know where it was? You know where it was? It was behind the monitor, just far enough back that, based on my angle, I could not see the base of it. So it was far enough back behind the monitor that it was actually covered up. So I went out of the room. The door's right over here. I went out the room. I don't know, did something after we were done. Come walking back in, looked down right there behind my monitor. I'm like, that's stupid. There it is.
That is such an old man thing to do.
So it wasn't
That is
stolen
just
by the cleaner lady. It wasn't hidden by my
cleaned.
wife. It wasn't put in some weird. Well, it was sort of put in some weird place by me. I don't know why it was back there, to be honest, because I don't know why I would have put it back there. But that's where it was.
Ah, dear.
Yeah, Al, right. They hide themselves, right? Will Mirny be pay to play? Ooh, was
Good
it last time?
question.
Was there a way to? Did you pay for something last time?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's just I'm struggling to remember my
Yeah,
name right now.
there was the reroll thing, RKL. That's right. There, then that was not really well received. But
Yeah, that was, wasn't it?
but we did go through that whole thing and figuring out exactly how there was a way to like maximize that somehow, right? You did it once. It paid to do it once or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's
GA
an asking the
Jay's
question
trying to
too
get
far.
another Jay's trying to get another raffle ticket.
Well, so the background picture is that the bar in Pilgrim's House? It is. That is my shed. That picture. My, my escape from reality. Since I haven't drunk in alcohol in since like 2005, I would go to there and I would just stare at all of that
Just sit
for
there.
about 3 hours. Just sit there looking at it.
That's why he switched to tea.
Mm. Yeah. Now I'm a teaholic.
They had to pay to improve your standing. I don't remember. I don't know.
Do I have a second shed? I have one shed. I have one shed, and you can't call it a shed because you can't actually get in it. So I've got a shed which I can get in, which is where my motorbike is. Telling everybody now, but anyway. And then I have another shed, which is I can't get in it because her indoors, the house general, has decided that that shed is the one where she wants to store 36, 38 years worth of marriage rubbish that you collect. You know what I mean? You know, the pots that you bought when you went on a holiday and all that nonsense. The bread maker, which has been sat in there. Poor old bread maker. He really wants to go home, but he's been there 38 years now.
Just got nowhere to go.
Got nowhere to go. So, yeah. So it is a she shed. Yes, a she shed. I can't even say that. It's a she shed, Cliffy. You're right. Do I write music in it? In my shed, I do, yeah. I listen to music. It's all set up. I've got a kettle. I've got my teapot. I've got my little portable TV. I've got my music player, my CD, and all that sort of CDs. Listen to me. I don't stream music now. I'm still playing with CDs and records. Here, look.
You have actual records.
Oh, I'm still. What would you like?
Led Zeppelin.
Really?
I don't know.
Hang on, hang on. What have I got here? No, no.
Pull out an
Right.
8-track. Oh, Bowie. There you go. You got some Bowie.
No, it's
Oh,
Adamant.
is that Ant? Oh, okay. Adam Ant. There you go. Looks
Look,
like.
look, look. For you youngsters out
Oh
there,
my God.
this black thing plays music. This is like you're streaming it down live.
Streaming it live. Streaming it live off of the plastic record.
Oh, plastic record. There you go.
That's right. Goody two, goody two, goody two shoes. Don't drink, don't
See,
smoke.
when you get the originals, you see this is all originals. This look, you get like the book
Yeah.
stuff. All this is collector stuff. I've left it in my will to the kids. They're like, we don't want this crap, Dad.
Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do?
Oh yeah, I'm just a bad boy without alcohol and cigarettes, my friend.
First album I remember with all the lyrics on the inside sleeve. Oh yeah. One of my first ones was Pyromania, Def Leppard.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. No, that's cool.
that was one of
I've
the
got a
first
whole
ones.
stack of stuff in here. Look, right.
All right, are we ready to
Yeah.
give this thing away? No, it's
You
still
giving it away?
no, it's
Still
still
going?
grinding on. Let's change down to 15 minutes. It's taking forever.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't take that long to write I raffle, does it?
No, it
Really?
doesn't. Doesn't.
I mean, if it's answering a question, it takes a long time, but it's
Yeah.
just I raffle, isn't it? Oh no! Exclamation mark raffle. Sorry.
So yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with Christmas or the supposed Halloween boxes.
Whatever they do, I'm sure it'll be initially fun and a little bit of a challenge, and then it'll become just boring. Like the marathons, I struggle with marathons because I can never get more than 40, possibly 50%. And then I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Right, leave it.
Yeah.
And if I was that desperate for it, I'll pay the 50%. But I think that's the same for most people. Yeah. Yes,
Actually,
Randall, I did pay real money for that. I do apologise. I did. Anyway,
I
yeah,
actually have that.
mm,
Doctor Who has that Adamant album.
there you are. Look, see, there's two of us in the world.
You had to pay to activate tanks and then some other stuff. Klaus, really? I don't remember that.
Oh, I can't remember. I didn't know that. Yeah, I can't remember that.
Yeah. I don't know what's up next on the buff list, Heisenberg. Boy, there's nothing.
Premiums.
We just got 1.14.1, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Chinese premiums. I think there is an original list somewhere on the Wargaming site, but to dig it out now, I mean, you'd have to go through trawl back a couple of months, I think, and go through it all.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. We're just in a holding pattern at this point to try to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
Lots of
But
CCR.
I think the effort behind it. I think we've mentioned this before. The effort behind it, where Wargaming are at least trying to get things right. So they're doing the balances now. What drives that? I think it's an improvement in the game. Is thereafter is there a monetarization of that? I don't think there is.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they are looking at trying to balance and bring tanks to become more relevant again, they need to focus on a lot of the tech tree tanks with that though. You know, the old T-32, bless it. You know, one of the
Yeah.
powerhouses of the game. Now it's there's no consequence to that tank at all. You know.
Actually, since somebody
So
brought it up, let's take a look at this real quick. Let me try to find the one I was looking for. I don't remember which website I was on where I found all this stuff. This one will probably work. So if we go to tier 8, we're going to go all, we're going to go medium tanks, we'll go to 8s. And let's go to, just look at US. We'll switch back over here. We'll grab Chrome out. Uh-oh. Shoppers that exposed it all.
oh dear.
The ads are hilarious on these things. All right.
Yeah.
So here's NA, all nations, medium tanks, tier 8 on US. And we'll just sort it by win rate first here. So what do we got? We got the Chimera, 59G, Chieftain T95, the Barask. There you go. So there's no, that's a premium. Never mind. I thought that was that's premium. 96E2 premium, 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 premium. Holy cow! Holy macaroni!
Oh yeah.
416. Now that is not the one I would have expected to be the first tech tree tank.
No. No. Not in a million years.
Yeah.
How on earth did that get there?
I don't know. That's the first tech tree tank on it though.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So if we go back and we do win 8, let's see what we get. Very similar setup. T122, Revelors. Where do we get our first? Object 416. Not a surprise because it was also very high. And then what else does it take? Where did it wow, the AMX is still up there. Pilot T42. Where's our next tech tree tank? We're still going. 14 Alt 5. Also a tank I would not have expected.
Wow. That is amazing, isn't it? That you wouldn't put money on that, would you?
And then the T69.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of you can't just go directly off of that. I mean, for example, the Chimera is good, but it's also played by good players generally.
Yeah.
59G doesn't have a lot of tanks out there. I don't know if you could say it's played by good players, but probably dedicated players.
Probably.
Who had a lot of resources to get it, who might tend to be better than average. Chieftain is
Hisenberg is saying, don't worry, he's actively bringing the stats down for the Type 59G. So, fair one.
We all have our role to play, Eisenberg. we all have our role to play. Are we ready to give this thing away?
It's finished now, yeah.
Okay. Here we go, guys. This is for the Tier 8 from Wargaming. All right, so this will be NA only, Tier 8 from Wargaming, and I'll have to put it on the payout list. But here we go. Winner is Bitwise.
Bitwise, cool.
Now, there's no option on this one for gold because it is from Wargaming. That's just a Tier 8. But for the next two, there will be that option. Let me find Bitwise here. There we go. Bitwise, I'm sending you a whisper. Need your in-game name.
Congrats, Bitwise. Rigged.
And what tank. All right, sent you the whisper. Go ahead and send that so I have a record of it, my friend. And we'll get that out to you. Let's go ahead and give away. What do we got left? So we've given away...
have 2 Tier 8s and a coaching, have we?
Looks like it. Yep, we gave away the gold, didn't we?
We did.
All right, so let's give away another Tier 8. This one will be NA or EU, and you can have the gold equivalent if you don't want the tank. So I'm going to complete that. We're going to reset this thing up. Going to knock down the time. We're going to make it 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's plenty of time, isn't it, to tap your
plenty
exclamation mark raffle.
NA or EU. Let's back this up. You know, like I said earlier, man, I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And you're off.
I think it's a, and this is to everybody who's here and everybody who's not here but has been here. I think it's like a small community of like friends. I quite enjoy the banter and the two-way. You know, with the Australians, for example, and all y'all colonials, including the Canadians and all the rest of it. I love the back and forth. Even JDF, I love the fact that he could put me in my place. Bless him. Even the Dutch can do that. And I like the community. I like the chat. I like because we're all sort of similar wavelength. I should imagine we're all sort of got it, haven't we? You know what I mean?
Somebody put in there
It's
who.
fun.
Yeah, I agree, man. Somebody put in there who the oldest person in chat is. Did anybody answer that?
Well, I don't know. It probably, to be fair to Stickler, it's probably Stickler.
I think we got mitochondria 70. I missed that. We had a follow.
Oh
Mitochondria,
yes, you
welcome.
did. Sorry,
Thank
yeah,
you
I
for the
should have
follow.
told
Much
that. Yeah,
appreciated.
you did. Look. I've started something now, haven't I? Not enough Norwegians on here. Doctor Who, one is enough. Okay, one is enough. Mitochondria. Mitochondria was in, I want to say Silent Hill, or was it in the other game? Not Silent Hill, the other apocalypse game that was really big.
Yeah.
What Umbrella organization, wasn't it? Mitochondria, something like that. Resident
Oh,
Evil. There you go for three.
oh.
Res Evil.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to love playing that. It was proper scary. Silent Hill was scary as well. Have you played Silent Hill?
Silent
That is,
Hell. Let's check.
yeah.
Let's check heavy tanks here.
Let's check heavy tanks.
So heavy tanks. What do we got? Let's go win rate. The IS-5. Not a particularly great tank, but played by good players. Same with the Crest. The Crest has a high win rate. Same idea. Renegade, that makes sense. It's probably
Yeah,
one if not the best. The Emil,
yeah,
good tank. 252U, no surprise. The
yeah.
703 version 2. IS-6 is still cooking along. Defender, the other version of the 252U. Interesting that it's so much lower. Wonder what does that say?
Well, now that. Do you want a really, 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 really crass, honest answer?
Yeah.
The reason why the defender's low is because lesser skilled players can buy it and play it. The 252, you have to grind to it, so it
No, no,
becomes.
no. These are both premiums.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The 252
It's this.
premium?
Yeah, same tank.
Oh, of course it
Remember,
is. Duh.
one's got the skin on it, and one is was doesn't have the skin. Do you think that?
It's the skin.
Do you
It's the
think
skin that
it's?
does.
Yeah.
It's a soft spot on the skin.
I mean, is it close enough in percentages that it doesn't make much difference? There are more. Oh, well, here you go. There are more defenders out there, apparently, based on how many games are played.
Right. Okay.
So maybe there are more worse players, more bad players, more less skilled players that play it, just in terms of sheer numbers.
Right. Okay. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? If you want to go down that road, because it's the same thing with the E5 and the Patriot. So when I look at my E5 and my Patriot, and I dig them out,
Let's go
where
down
are
to
they?
those. Let's see what happens there. Does the skinned version do worse? Let's find out. Where the hell is it? Okay. Ooh, it would appear so. Yes. So the Patriot, the skinned version, does worse. These actually have comparable numbers of games too, 145 to 164. How about the Liberté? The skin version does slightly better, but this is probably so close it makes no difference. That's actually quite a drop off from 51.49. That's 0.5% difference. Where's the first tech tree tank? Cress, IS-3A, Chrysler. Let's keep going. 70. Is it the 100-01?
Wow.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good tank for a tech tree tank.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then where do
Yeah.
we run into another one? We don't. We got to go all the way to the 110. Surprisingly, interesting. And then the IS-3 right after that, 5100. It's not the Rona.
Bless you.
It's not the Rona. So what? We did talk about tier 9. Let's check out tier 9 because let's do heavy tanks real quick because I actually looked at this while I was doing a video. Check this out. Well, in win rate, the MLE 51 is top, so it actually snakes out the 777, the A phase
Right.
1.
Yeah.
But this was, yeah, this site didn't have it. For some reason, this site does not have the Concept 1B. That's why I think I went to a different website because of that. what was it? There's a different website that I had that actually had that stuff. Is it Watt Info? No, that's where I am. I can't remember.
We'll see you,
which one.
Stickler. No problem, mate.
See you,
Stickler's
man.
got to leave.
Was it tomato.gg? Tank stats? I think it was. Yes, okay, let's use tomato.gg because it actually had heavy tanks, tier 9 heavy tanks. There we go. No? There's the concept 1B. So it does have the concept 1B. So if we, there you go. So the concept 1B, because tanks, tomato.gg, not tanks.gg, tomato.gg has the concept 1B in it. And it's obviously sitting at the top in both win rate. But there's the MLE, AMX M451, pretty near the top. Emil2 TNH. And then some of these reward tanks are good, but they're not doing better than tech tree tanks. I think that's a good situation.
That is a good situation, isn't it?
I mean, they're still clustered near the top.
Then again, it's a smaller player base for the reward tanks than it is for the tech tree.
It is, and they tend to be better players. But even so, they're not clustered at the top. The concept 1B is clearly better. I mean, it's so clearly better, it's ridiculous. 57%. I mean, the closest competitor is 51, and then another 500 more win 8. But the Object 777, Sturv K, A Phase 1 are all kind of... Now, they're near the top, right? It's not like they're down here or anything. But they're pretty good. So I don't know if mediums are... Do we have enough reward mediums to matter? Oh, yeah. There we go. This is a slightly different story. The KPZ and the T55A are at the top. The Char's pretty close to the top. Kunze Panzer's further down. Win 8 on the Char Future is down there.
Wow.
But the win rates, holy cow. It's only near the top that they're even at 50 or above. But look at the KPZ. It's just outrageously high.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You're getting ripped for the adverts you're showing.
Oh, yeah, what am I showing?
Saying how much women's clothing do you buy on a regular basis?
That'd be my wife, man. Hey, look, Ram trucks. They want me to buy Ram trucks, too.
That's all right. Yeah. That's okay, then.
Yeah. All right, cool. Where's the 777? Did you see it? It was there. The 777.
No, I didn't see the 777.
Yeah, it's further. No, there's the mediums. Never mind. Let's go back to the heavies. It was there. Down here. So it's pretty far down.
Which sort of goes with the feeling about that particular tank, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most of the sort of CC videos and stuff that I've watched about this tank sort of say, well, it's fairly middle of the road, mediocre. There's no great shakes with the 777.
Tier 10's just a disaster, though.
Yeah.
Chieftain, 7201, 260, 279 early. All tanks owned by generally good players. Not really the Chieftain. I would say there's probably... How many games? Do they even do that on this site? Yeah, battles, 69,000 battles. That's a lot. Yeah. I would say there's probably more average players that own Chieftains than 7201s.
Yeah.
Because if they managed to get a Clan Wars tank, and it was available, which has not been true for a while now, but there's a lot more, I think, Chieftains out there than 7201s. It seems to be true based on battles, but I just think there's more of these out there.
I think also it was quite amusing when chat was talking about that earlier on, Chieftains. Wouldn't it be fun to give everybody a Chieftain and just watch the stats go through the floor just for a day?
Yeah.
Just one day, everybody gets a Chieftain.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much it would go down, but bad players overperform in the Chieftain because it's just that good.
Yeah.
But at tier 10, they're all clustered at the top. Although there is the old 215 down here at the bottom, the 215 Bravo, which was taken out of the tech tree. It used to be a tech tree tank. So while it is a reward tank or bond tank or whatever, it's not the level of these four, because this is Clan Wars, and then the two personal missions or campaigns. Thing going on. So. I wonder, I know I keep going back. What about tier 6? What about the tier 6 premiums? How do they do?
See, that'd be interesting because there's not so many of them.
Well, they cluster at the top. HT number 6, 131, KV2. Even the TOG is up at the top in
Yeah.
win 8.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I did it the other way. That's win 8, so they're all at the top. Win rate. Even, I mean, everyone's like, oh, Tog's a terrible tank. Well, it appears to be better than these.
The thing is with the Tog, people think it's a terrible tank, but it's got a mass of hit points and it's got a very fast firing gun. So, if yes, it takes forever to get into a firing position, but if you get there, you can actually be quite effective because you've got so much hit points to give up at tier 6. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, exactly. A Tog platoon can shred. Absolutely.
So what about
Left shoes in the house.
let's see what's happening? Let's try mediums then. Oh God, it's the same story.
Mm. Wow.
The premiums are all clustered at the top.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
But
by
you
that.
see, now, okay, here we go. If you were cynical, you could say that that was actually worked out that way to monetize the game, because if people at tier 6 are buying premiums and doing well in them, they'll carry on grinding tier 7, 8, and 9. Do you know, the newer players, if you like. So is there a monetization factor in that? Make the tier 6 premiums better than the tech trees, however they do it.
Well, I think
Make,
yeah. I mean,
you know,
that's true.
that keeps somebody in the game.
Yeah, but for example, the 30, and again, this is the thing that you kind of have to. You can't just look directly at the stats. There are some things that
Yeah.
matter. For example,
Yeah.
if you asked me which was the top, I would have told you the 3485M is definitely at the
Yes.
top.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's actually not at the top. But then let's consider how many battles it had. Look at the number of battles on the 3485M.
Yeah.
202 million. No. Math in public. 237,370. Well more than just about any, if not every one of the other tanks.
Yeah.
Looks like it's so, even despite being played the most and probably having the most of them out there, it still manages to get fourth on win 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it probably is the number 1 tier 6 medium tank.
Yeah.
Stats wise, it's drugged down a little bit just because it's played so much by so many averager players, but it still manages to get itself to fourth, and win rate it's sitting a little bit worse, 5th. You know what I'm saying? So there's other parts of it, but still, look, it's all premiums. You got to get down
Yeah.
to the Skoda T25, which is actually a pretty good little tank, before you even break into, like, the top 10. Is there only one? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only one. There's only one tech tree tank in the top 10 at mediums.
Right. Well, you see, that tells its own story, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
All right, we get to give away something here, right? All right, this
Yeah,
is a tier
I think it
8
was tier 8, yeah.
or gold equivalent. Here we go. The winner is Stickler.
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 I think he's just left, but
Okay.
I think because he's had to go to church, so I think he's just left. But I'll let him know.
Okay, so
You make a note.
is he still here? He is definitely gone. All right, so let's make sure we remember that.
Rigged.
All right.
It's like the Australians when they fiddled with the seam on the cricket balls. Yeah, it's rigged. Well done, Aussies.
All right, we're going to give away the hour of coaching here. We'll actually change this one to 5 minutes just so we don't have to belabor the point here. So
Yeah.
Stickler won that. We got that. You'll contact him and we'll figure out which one he gets. This will be
Yeah,
for
that's it.
1 hour of coaching.
Okay, Metal Lover Madness, you've hit the nail on the head. Stickler went to church and won the Prezi.
Yeah, coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, I know. I think somebody's on his side.
All right, let's go ahead and drop this down to 5. There we go. All right, here we go.
So while that's going on, here's a question that is actually been posed to me on a number of occasions, and I've had to think about this, and it's nothing to do with World of Tanks, but it's this. So the question is, if money, time, and family were not an object, where in the world would you choose to live, and why? And that stumped me. That did. If money, time, and family was not involved in the decision of this, where would you live in the world and why?
GA says London. London.
Fair one, yeah.
Meaning it's
No,
not a factor as in you have all of the money and time that you need.
yeah. No,
No.
and your family won't object to moving there, for
All
example,
right.
because I
So
mean, I can't
you
move
can
from
live
where I am. Because,
in any
yeah,
palace
yeah,
or place or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Perth, Western
Look at that.
Australia. Okay. Somewhere in the U.S. because I
Yeah,
value my Second Amendment.
Second Amendment. That's a fair one, yeah.
uh, I think for me it would be I would live in Park City in in some big old house up on the side of the hill.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And that, why is that then?
It's just beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
I can ski, I can hike, mountain bike, go hunting,
Yeah,
fishing,
yeah, yeah,
everything. And I'm living up in the mountains away from as many. There's people up there, but not as many as down in the valley.
yeah,
Hawaii's a good choice. Yeah,
yeah.
I did like London. I have multiples. I would also it would also be cool to live in St. Augustine, Florida. It's a really
Yes,
cool
yeah,
little
yeah,
place on the beach there on the
yeah,
Atlantic.
yeah. I mean, this it moves as you
TOEFL,
get
yes.
older.
Sorry, man. Yes,
No, it's
I can
cool.
do EU. I can coach EU. So yes,
Yeah,
I have an account. It's not a full account like this one, but I do have up to tier 8, so we can definitely do it. In fact, that's what I did the coaching the last one on. So
some interesting answers there. For me personally, similar to you, um, anywhere that is on the side of a mountain with minimal number of people, but with the climate and the wildlife to keep me rocking and rolling for the rest of my days. Now
yeah.
that doesn't fit with the house general whatsoever. She wants to be close to Marks and Spencer's.
Well,
So
that's why the
it,
family has. That's why you said
yeah, exactly. That's the
family.
caveat,
Yeah.
But yeah, no. But yeah, anywhere in the world where there's a mountainside, not many people, lots of beautiful countryside, wildlife, and good climate. You know what I mean? That'll do me fine. So yeah, I might join you there
You know
in
what a
future.
you know what a really cool city is, but well, we'll leave politics out. But a really cool city is Portland.
Oh right,
Yeah,
okay. What
yeah.
makes it cool then?
I don't know. It's just like the food scene and the beer scene, and then there are some mountains nearby that you can kind of live up and away from the city, but you can get right down into it.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of public transport. It's got a lot of cool food and music and
yeah.
beer. It's just a cool city.
Cool city.
Minus a lot of shenanigans that have gone on in the recent past, but there you go. Braz, thank you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That's very kind of you, Braz. Thank you. Um, it's quite dynamic, that question, because that moves as you get older. When you're a young man of 20 something, that the answers to that question is so well, in most cases it's going to be so much different to the answers in your midlife to the answers into your later life. Do you know what I mean? Because it's very much dependent on very much now how you feel about the world and your place in it and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting because I would have said 40 years ago, I would have said somewhere like New York, London, or somewhere where it's hitting and buzzing and
Yeah, yeah.
all that sort of thing. Now, a million miles down the road, give me a log cabin away from people, for crying out loud, but give me good internet connection.
No limit to the coaching, man. If it takes you a month to be ready to do it or whatever, it's not a problem. I keep a spreadsheet on all that, so that's easy peasy. Odd Dog said Pilgrim flew to Salt Lake, paid $228 to go snow skiing, made it 6 foot 4 inches before he fell down.
Our dog has just won himself 500 gold because that's about as close as it gets to it. I went to Salt Lake City, right, on it was a holiday from the military. I actually went not skiing but snowboarding, and I only got about 6 foot 4 before I crashed and burned, and I've never done snowboarding again. So, oh dog, I don't know how you got that, buddy, but you've just earned yourself 500 gold. Whisper me your in-game name and server. How on earth did he get that? That
That's
is
amazing, dude.
awesome.
Well done. Well done. That was just
Oh,
out of the
cool.
blue, too. Someone said Portland's a garbage dump. Yeah, it is. It is, but I still I like it, man. So maybe I wouldn't. I guess I want to live outside of Portland and be able to get in and get the food and the beer and then get out. I suppose.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. You see, today's internet connectivity, you can go and live in the mountains somewhere and still have the ability to have stuff brought to you. So
Yeah,
you don't even need to go to town, do you? You know
that's
what I
kind of
mean?
why
You
I
can have,
picked Park City. It's just a cool town, and it's
yeah,
only 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes to get down the hill. Probably 30
yeah,
minutes to get into Salt Lake, which is a big metropolitan area. And then I can bail out of Salt Lake and
yeah.
go back up the hill.
Randall's asking me why would I go to Salt Lake on holiday? It was a busman's holiday, to be honest. But I won't go into that. But I had a friend, bless him, who has passed on from this world, but he used to live down that way. So it was a cheap holiday for me. Didn't have to pay for my food and
There
accommodation.
you
So
go.
yeah, absolutely.
For free, it's going to Ecuador.
Oh,
Montanita,
nice,
Ecuador. Is that
nice.
little mountain? Is that what that means? Small mountain, petite mountain, Ecuador, something like that. That's cool,
Oh,
man.
right, okay.
Everyone's got,
There's,
everyone's got their
yeah,
different
everybody's got
place.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's interesting people. I mean, Gators North AZ go up in elevation for seasons of Southern Appalachians.
All right, here is the winner of the 1 hour coaching session goes to RKL. RKL.
Cool.
All right,
OKL.
I'm going to
Well, well
send you a
done.
whisper. Uh,
I need to know his in-game name and that, yeah,
okay,
and server.
let me see here. Let's get this. Users.
Same with you, old dog. I think you're NA, but just whisper me your in-game name, please, buddy, and confirm it's NA. Thank you.
All right, RKL. I have a name, but it's back from April or so, I think. So in case it's changed. And if you will send an email to Guido at 1212gaming.com. Let me know that you won the hour, and then I'll send you the standard response with the info I need, and we'll get started. We'll schedule it and all that good stuff.
Cheers, Dr. No. Take it easy,
All
buddy.
right, Doctor Who. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it's the next coffee talk will not be the 31st. I
No,
will be out of town that week, but it will be the 7th of November will be the next coffee talk. All right, this is the last one, right? We have one more tier 8 to give away.
you do indeed.
So let me complete that. And we'll go ahead and set this up. So appreciate everybody coming by and hanging out. Timing wise, would have been good to do. This is going to be a speed version, a 5-minute version. So tier 8 tank giveaway. Wait for it in case you're already typing exclamation raffle. Rabble.
Rabble, rapple.
All right, here we go. Boom. And that's for the last tank. Zuatenejo, Mexico, to join Andy Red. What the heck did I say? Join Andy Red.
Talk
Join
about
Andy
Shawshank.
and Red and talk about. Okay, fantastic. Oh, is that where they went? There you go, Left Shoe. I hear you. Shawshank Redemption. That's what he's talking about. That's where they went.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they went. Nice.
Cool. That is nice.
I like that. I like that little twist. That's good. See what those guys are up to. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? This would be funny. It would be brilliant.
Okay, so
So while we're waiting for
oh,
that,
cool. Hold on.
you got it.
Mitochondria just said that he's was a Navy Air Intercept controller, so GCI.
Cool.
So I'm just telling him that I actually right now am training ABMs, Air Force ABMs, Air Battle Managers. So AWACS guys, radar controllers.
Wow.
Cool, man. That's awesome. All right,
Proper job, that. Proper job. Not like yours.
okay, so we got Bitwise's tank. I should have wrote down the names. Which one did Bitwise win? Did he win the Wargaming one? Oh no, now I've completely lost the plot.
Oh, dear.
You know what? I've actually forgotten which one was the Wargaming tank.
Right, the first one was
The
Wargaming.
first one?
And, yeah.
That was
And,
Mel Deeth.
yeah.
Okay. No. Yeah, that was a tier 8, Meldeeth.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the tier 6.
Yeah.
Who won the tier 6? Why did I not write this down?
Was it
Teufel. Teufel got the tier 6. All right, I know which one it is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got that written down. All right. So those were the 2 wargaming ones.
Yeah. Bitwise was the second tank, as he says.
Bitwise got one of mine.
Stickler got one of them. Hang on. Go back.
Okay, RKL got the coach.
Yeah. I'll sort that out with you afterwards, buddy.
Who got the gold?
Oh, the gold was Gajoni
GA.
and
Okay.
Old Dog. Yeah, GA and Old Dog got the 500.
500.
And I don't know how he knew that. I think he's hacked my computer and he's got those details.
Who got the second? Who got the second tier 8 tank? Got Bitwise.
Was that Bitwise? Banzai got the coal.
How did I not write this crap down? Terrible.
Because you're a commissioned officer.
I know. I shouldn't have
anything
to keep track of details like this.
No,
Right, Teufel got
you
the
need
tier
somebody to
6.
do it.
Meldeeth got the wargaming. Bitwise got a tier 8. Who got the other tier 8, guys? Yeah, I can watch the VOD. The guy that went to church got the second wargaming.
Stickler got the second wargaming tank.
No, Stickler got a regular tier 8.
Regular tier,
Yeah, it was
tier 8,
Stickler.
yeah.
That's why I don't have him. That's why I don't have him in chat, because he was gone. Stickler. All right, that's right. So all right, got it. So Bitwise and Stickler got the tier 8s from me. Teufel got the tier 6 from Wargaming. Meldeeth got the tier 8 from Wargaming, and I have his info. GA Johnny got the 1,000 gold. Was it Odd Dog got the 500?
Old Dog got the 500, yeah.
And RKL got the coaching. All right, good. We got it. If you don't recall, he'll take it for bookkeeping. Yes, Left Shoe. You got a chance. You got one more chance, man. One more.
One more chance. You never know.
One more chance for a tier 8. Well, could have kept better records.
Yeah, this has been fun. Did anybody submit the 5 keys to get an extra ticket? By the way, we've got to mention that, didn't it?
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the 5 keys.
Yeah, if you signed up for 5, if you've got 5 keys, you get an extra ticket. No, you don't.
Was that? No, that was Christmas, wasn't it? The 5 keys.
Yeah, that was Christmas.
It wasn't well-deserved reward. It was a Christmas thing, right?
It was a Christmas thing, and they left us to. Well, they hung us out to dry. They kept us going all the way through it till we all got 5 keys, and then went, just ignore it now. Didn't get a special garage or nothing.
Clippy's still haunted by only getting 4
He's
keys.
haunted, yeah.
But ultimately, it didn't matter. You actually got the only prize you could get for keys. You got the 3-key prize, 3D style. So joke's on us. We worked for 5, and it didn't matter.
Didn't make any difference.
Oh, no longer enter the raffle. Here we go. It was the anniversary event. You're
Yes,
right.
that's
See,
right.
that's why I'm asking, because that's what we have coming up.
Yeah.
So maybe the 5 keys will reappear in the
Come back in again, maybe.
Yeah, a well-deserved reward, because we should get that. I think that's November, right? I believe it is.
I believe it is.
Braz, it's over, man. It's over.
Too late. Too late.
Here it comes. This is it for the last
He's got it.
tier 8 from me. The winner is Warador.
Orador.
Warador. Right on, man. Congrats. Well, congrats to all the winners. Let me get a message out to Warador here.
Yeah.
So, as always here, I need your in-game name and the tank you want. Because it's... I should have... Oh, this can be EU as well, so it doesn't matter. I need to know what server too, I suppose. Or if you want the gold. So I sent you a Whisper Wardor. If you could send that back to me, that would be helpful. It is getting close to beer 30. Time to switch from coffee to beer. I think the wife and I are going to go have some... what's that lunch? Brunch. Trying to think
that
breakfast
thing in between.
Yeah, that breakfast lunch
cool.
thing. We're going to go have brunch, I believe. And watch
Oh, that's
the.
nice. We're having homemade hamburgers today, so I'm quite pleased with
Oh,
that.
very nice.
Very nice. Stacked up with plenty of lettuce because that's the healthy option, isn't it?
Yeah.
And stuff, you know.
All right, Wardor,
So yeah,
and for anybody else, it's any tank that's in the store, not a package, just the base tank. I have the veteran thing and I have the Prime gaming thing, so I should see it. If I don't, I'll get back to you and tell you that I can't see it and I can't give it to you. NA or EU, let me know, because if it's through EU, we have to go through Pilgrim to get it to you
yeah.
and all that good stuff. If you don't want a tank, I'll give you a gold equivalent for the tank, which usually ends up being like 7,500 or whatever gold, somewhere around that area. What else was I going to say on that? I think that's it. There was one other
No, I
caveat.
think we're done. Yeah.
What was the other caveat? There was something else. Oh, in the past, when I've tried to give away too much stuff, it's stopped me because I
Yeah.
think it's their what's the word I'm looking for? Fraud detection. If you start spamming out gifts with a card, it tells you no, you can't use it anymore. So I will get it to you. It just may take a little while, and I have a couple cards I can mess around with, so we'll see. Can you gift a vet tank to a non-military member? I think so, Bitwise. I looked at it. If I can't, I don't know how you would know though, right? Because you can only see what you can see in your
Yeah, but if you're gifting a pixel tank to somebody, it won't make any difference, will it? Because they won't know whether you're a veteran or not, or even if they did, why would they?
Well, I think what
I
he's
can.
saying is that if it's a tank I can see and they can't see,
Yeah, yeah,
and they know
yeah.
I can see it, I don't know. We'll
Don't
negotiate.
know.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, stolen honor. Okay,
Hold on,
no.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. No worries. We'll figure it out. You'll get you something. We'll get you something. Gold or a tank or something. We'll figure it out. Well, cool, man. This went on for a while, but that's good because we had a lot of stuff to give away. I do appreciate everybody showing up and checking out Coffee Talk. We do this every Sunday, minus next Sunday because I'll be out of town, as I mentioned. Start at 7, go to usually around 9, but a little long in the tooth today, but that's good because we had stuff to give away. Definitely appreciate everybody coming by. You got any parting words there, Pilgrim?
You know what? Just thanks to everybody for turning up, and thanks to everybody for the support. It's been fun, and thanks, Guido, for letting me come in on your channel and just be the thorn in the side that I am.
Much appreciated, man. Absolutely. Thanks for everybody coming by. This is me signing off from the left side of the Atlantic.
And this is Pilgrim signing off from the correct side of the Atlantic.
See you guys.